of the cart.
Oh fuck
And
yeah.
the cart is having to keep up with you in a battle of strength and will, and you are winning.
Okay, so when that happens, I just like picked up like small boulders on the side of the road to like use that as like a way to like compensate for the fact I have to go slower with my lunges.
Yeah, and like kind of seeing the strange acts that are happening, Zen will pop himself out of the caravan and start running over to the side, and then we'll like try grappling onto your leg to drag you backwards, but it's just like as if a toddler was holding onto your leg. You just keep moving.
I just without trying to lose too much focus with so much sweat dripping down. I'm like, not now, creature. I'm busy, and I just try to continue doing like maybe 3 or 4 more lunges before he like lets go.
And you see Penelope just kind of trotting gallantly behind you.
Of course. Like I have a huge water skin hanging from her, at football they have a like a huge thing in the back of the truck,
Yeah,
like in the
not
Holmes
May.
movie.
Yeah,
Oh my
yeah.
god.
All right,
Um,
that's it. That's it for me.
Dahlia, just to catch you up real quick, um, I just gave a quick recap, which just involved us ending the session with defeating the two hill giants and the dire ogre, um, and then recapping the damage that happened to the instant fortress. It was found out from gathered knowledge from the party that really the only way to fix the tower is by use of a wish spell. Um, so the instant fortress was put back in its cube, and we started heading northward to continue your quest to the mountain range.
Okay, and real quickly, can you just remind me what quest we are on?
You're just fine. Yeah, there was a old journal that stated that um, the last known location for the compass of location um, was found somewhere on the mountain ranges, and we were using the compass of location to find the hand of Vecna, and that's kind of where we're at.
Right.
But
Okay.
on
Thank you.
but on the way, there is a shopping list of items that Raven has that would be beneficial to everybody if found, such as like a large, pristine diamond, the black dragon's winged or ancient black dragon's winged, and other items. But that's pretty much your current quest.
Tar is gonna basically just um she's gonna basically look like she's napping the whole time, to be honest.
Okay. So let's hear from just order of Discord. Aslan, is there anything that you'd like to do during this trip? It's a 1 day travel to the foot of the mountain.
Yeah, no, he's definitely riding in the transportation cart, whatever it may be. He's not a jogger for sure. He would not make it. Um, who else is in the cart? I just wanted to find out.
I'm gonna say, for prosperity's sake, even with the forge, you can sit everybody comfortably. This is a large caravan.
Including
Okay.
Aslan?
Well,
Yeah,
he'd
true.
be a pretty sizable portion.
He's
But
like 2 or 3 people in
yeah,
one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
more like 5, but yeah.
the cart can probably seat 10 and the forge. It's a big one.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, Aslan would just be kind of hanging out the back of it, sitting on the back, the truck bed of a truck, just swinging his legs. And actually, for the first time, he's going to play his songhorn.
What does that mean?
Um, this is something that you have done in your travels when in between making food for the poor and other passing towns. It's been a long time since you've played, but um, because you went to a bardic school, there were some things that you picked up, such as your horn. So go ahead and give us a performance roll to see how well you do.
Are
Sure.
we talking like a horn, or like we're talking like French horn?
Imagine to at least for Aslan's sake, it's more like a flute, kind of like a
Oh,
clarinet,
okay.
like a
Oh, okay.
clarinet, but
Cool.
a little bit larger and more like a didgeridoo look. It's got a couple of holes.
Gotcha. Okay. So like a didgeridoo sized clarinet.
Kind of. Maybe not as long though.
Okay, cool. I can dig that.
So he'll take it out, and whether people are listening or not, he'll just kind of muttering to himself. You know, whenever I was sad or feeling down, I remember my mom would play these songs for me. Though she used her her snout for it. And he'll just kind of start playing to calm his nerves.
And you certainly do. And at this point, everybody just hear. What was your roll, by the way?
Oh, let me roll. Crisp 24.
Nice.
Okay. For the first time in this party, you guys start hearing a very lovely, melancholy melody, something that strikes remembrance and whatever that means to you. And strangely, like, you start being able to sense more things in your surroundings. Maybe that's just because of the bardic experience behind this flute playing. This is the first instance of music in the group that the Phoenix Forces heard.
Yeah, Cain will like somehow match pace with whatever he's trying to play, just to sort of like add an extra layer of, removal from the pain and exhaustion that I'm feeling at this point.
Right. Dahlia, are you inside the caravan, or are you just kind of walking alongside it?
She would have. She's either inside of the caravan or walking along. She wants to be, either with Tar or whatever her name was like
Gore.
Thud or Oomph. Gore.
I mean, all of those she would probably answer to.
Wild.
Like I was like, it's like Thud or Oomph or something.
You oomph. Oomphin',
Yeah.
yeah.
So she would be either with Tar or having a conversation or trying to have a conversation with Gore.
She's passed out. She decided to take a nap for the day.
Like,
Yeah.
whole day.
So
Okay,
Gore
then she would
is-
be with Gore.
Yeah, Gore is just hanging on to one of the side panels of the caravan and just
Oh,
kind of hanging off the side.
I remember Gore's the orc companion, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's been a minute since I've taken out a giant, let alone a dire ogre. You did quite well.
So did you, my friend.
To be honest, I was a little taken off guard that there were 2 people with flame tongue axes in the party, not including myself.
So was I. I mean, I've always known about, the wonderful Colonel. But you really took me by surprise. The only other person I knew with one would have been Lotus.
Well, I know that they're not exactly uncommon, but he wields it so fearlessly as if he was part of the clan. But I'll be honest with you, it isn't the main thing that's really confused me about the Colonel, is what you said. I just want to know who the person is that looks very similar that isn't wearing a mask.
I wish I could provide an answer, but he comes and goes. It's almost as if he's like a what would you call him? Like a spirit guide.
I see. Well, I'm going to be honest. I felt pretty good getting in a fight like that, especially along your side.
I will have to admit, fighting with you almost reminded me like fighting with Lotus. where did you learn such techniques?
Well, to be honest, I learned a lot of my ferocity from the Lotus. He was a wow. He was a fierce dragonborn, to say the least.
And she kind of like, you see her kind of like scoff at this. She's like, yeah, taught him everything he knows.
Well, I'll be the judge of that.
Of course, and I suspect that there will be many times where we will get to fight next alongside each other. I'm sure if Lotus was here today, he would be proud to see an old friend and his brother, I'm sorry, sister, standing next to each other.
Well, it seems like we may have an opportunity sooner rather than later if we're seriously looking for an ancient black dragon's wing. Do you know how big those are?
And she laughs at this, like, well, of course, everybody knows about the ancestors. Now, my worry is, what if we don't just find the wing?
Well, I think if we find an ancient black dragon, we'll find more than a wing, I would guess.
Are you prepared for something like that? Can you? She like gets in real close, and you see her whole demeanor change. Like, do you think you have the guff to take down a dragon?
I could break its front fang with just my pinky. As she flexes, and there's a bulging muscle right
Oh my
at
god. Her pinky has a bicep muscle.
Yeah.
It's ab muscles.
Oh, yeah.
Dahlia admires the finger, and you kind of see like an anime bead of sweat kind of come down as she kind of has this little thought bubble of what else that finger could do. A little taken aback, she blushes and she goes, "Well, a part of me hopes that we do find one because I would love to see you put your skills to use."
I'm sure you would. Anything else from you, Dahlia?
No, that's it. That was a fun little talk with her.
All right, Gladdek. As far as things like I said, we're all just kind of in the caravan. We're walking alongside it. The forge is functional. You'll have to fire it up if that's something you'd like to do. But it is a pretty smooth ride if you would like to do blueprints or whatever you'd like to do. So, is there anything specific?
Well, Gladdek would be interested in forging Yezreel's blade with everybody inside the caravan. I think he'd probably wait until the evening for that once we're actually at a stop. During the actual ride, he would actually start working on a blueprint for Tar, working on a short sword.
Okay. So, go ahead and give me the concept for the short sword, and we'll see how difficult it will be to make.
So essentially, it's kind of standard sort of length of a short sword, with some edges, sort of like jagged tooth sort of design. Kind of conceptually, what I'm thinking is what I dropped in the chat there.
Wow. Whoa.
All right. So, some serrated edges there, and that's pretty dope. Of course.
God damn it.
Okay. Is there any specific magical properties you wanted to pour into this?
I think what I was going for was something similar to kind of with Yezreel's. To be honest, this was on the fly, so I've done exactly 0 amounts. But I wanted to go with kind of the it's cauterizes the wound on impact. So they get the damage, but then like keeps them in pristine condition for keeping them alive, essentially. So
Gotcha. It's a sword that has safety.
well, sure.
I just
Yeah, because like Yezreel's is like you would stab, and when you were like remove, it would instantly cauterize, so like it would seal the wound, so like they don't bleed out.
Sure.
At least with the short sword, though, they'll probably still have some internal bleeding.
Oh. I just have to take my dogs out. BRB.
All right. Go ahead and give me a smithy tools check to see how well you can get a blueprint going.
Not great. That was a 12.
Okay. It's kind of tough because it wasn't too hard of an ask when designing the hidden blade because of its quick and precise movements, to where the cauterization really only has to happen at the tip of the hidden blade. It's not really used for slashing more than it is for piercing. However, with a sword, it's a different story. You need to add that magical effect along all edges of the blade, and that's causing some difficulties within your blueprint. You could have a second opinion or try this again later, see if you can get a better outcome. Because as of right now, you have the basic necessities done, but you know that if you were to try to craft this, it would be amateur at best.
Yeah, I would say Gladdek's kind of in a what he's wanting to do this because he feels incompetent and not being able to work with the tower in any capacity. It's out of his depth, so he's going to what he knows to try and bring something to Tar. Um, so he'll kind of like keep battling with it, but like accept that he probably needs to put it away a little bit and commune with Morden before he continues on it.
Okay. So I know you will have something to do at the nighttime shift. We'll jump back to that because we'll do a quick recap as we go through watches and stuff. Is there anything else that you'd like to do during the day?
During the day, no. Aside from kind of watching Cain and his antics, uh, that would be kind of
It's
it for
hard.
Gladdek. Oh, sorry.
It's hard not to get distracted because you've seen Cain work out hundreds and thousands of times, but this one seems to have true intention behind it. It's interesting. Raven, is there anything specific you'd like to do? Are you sitting on the caravan? Or are you just flying above? What are you doing?
I'm just flying above when Aslan's playing his music. I'll start like putting on more of a ballerina show to kind of play along with the melody to it, and I'll kind of throw out some pixie dust as things pick
So
up type thing.
okay, I
Trying
want
to
you
give
to
a performance with it.
yeah, but do it at advantage.
Oh, okay.
Because I'm gonna count this as Aslan is assisting you in your performance.
Wow. Okay.
Ooh.
Ooh.
What do I performance?
Yep, and just click it twice.
Ooh.
18.
Ooh.
So 18.
Okay. Yeah, and um, as you begin dancing through the air to Aslan's melancholy tune, it has like you pick up notes of remembrance, as I stated earlier, but there's similar songs that are played within your hometown that like almost makes you homesick. Um, but you relay this through an interpretive dance, flying through the air, dropping pixie dust through your wings as you continue to dance gleefully, uh, uh, relishing in your own memories. But as your pixie dust kind of falls down, almost as if a movie of your own memories are playing, like magic glowing from your spell book is illuminating and forming your pixie dust as it falls to the ground. You see pictures and shapes of fairies dancing and moving together, embracing, sharing love. And then as the pixie dust just falls to the ground, it shatters and just it continues to go on like reels of a of a movie reel. Is there anything else you'd like to do while we travel?
not really. I just wanted to give a performance.
And you did great. Tar, you said you were sleeping. If you decide you'd like to wake up, you do see Gladdek at a later point in the day is starting to sketch out some schematics.
She's actually been watching him for quite some time, and she's just been laying there. She'll kind of sit up and is he in the caravan where she is, or
Maybe not right next to you, but you both are in the caravan.
she'll kind of sit and lean against the back wall as she signs behind him. What are you working on, Gladdek?
Well, lassie, trying to do what I know, since what I'd like to do, I can't. At the moment, just working on a short sword.
She signs. Do you need any assistance?
Well, I'm not sure, to be honest. I think it's one of those I'm just not as focused as I normally am.
She acknowledges an understanding. And she'll kind of just lay back down.
Do you take a glance at it at all, or you just take this as dismissal?
As dismissal, with her mindset, I'd say dismissal.
Okay. Yeah, you sit back down, and the idea of creating something at this moment seems too much for your mind to bear, and you just, rather than forcing your way into the conversation, you just opt to relax and brood. And then we'll go on to Yezreel.
Yezreel's kind of be sitting across from Aslan, listening to him playing the music, just kind of maintaining his blades, putting oil on them, making sure that they're still sharp, and just like kind of sharpening them if need be.
All right. I'd like you to make a quick perception check, Yezreel.
Alright. Uh, 17.
Okay. You notice that a small field mouse with a tattoo on the side of its body in the shape of a thieves' cant symbol appears, or just follows its way up into the caravan and goes up to your foot.
Well, hello, little buddy.
It stands up on its hind legs and then tilts its head out to the side, and it jumps out of the caravan.
Did I see what the symbol said?
It's just like think of like the Thieves Guild symbol in Skyrim. It's just like the typical like this is a part of the Thieves Guild is basically what it means.
Gotcha.
This is a thief mouse.
So, pretty much just telling me that they're watching.
Do you follow it outside?
Yeah, I'll follow it.
As you jump out of the caravan, a form appears into being. It seems to be like a half-elven man. Kind of leans down into your shoulder. I was told to inform you that Hylar has left the harbor.
What is he left for?
You said something about delivering a message to Aslan.
Okay. Thank you for the information.
You get a head nod as he transforms into a hawk and flies off.
Oh, cool.
Interesting. I was just gonna jump back into the caravan and just kind of keep watch.
Very surreal experience. On Aralas, it's not known at all to have druids within the Thieves Guild, but it seems like this is one of them here. But you continue oiling and sharpening your blades. You have to be very careful, especially with your daggers, to not afflict your poison to yourself. But you've done this many, many times, and they're sharp as steel. Anything else from you, Yezreel?
That will be all at the moment.
Okay, so we'll continue on to tonight. You guys make a makeshift camp.
At like the base of the mountain, or like what?
It'll probably take about another 2, 3, maybe 4 hours. You can, the mountain is in full view now. But you decide to just rest to have all of your energy to start traversing the mountain ranges. And then as things start calming down, Aslan, would you like to make any food for the night?
Sure. He'll make some food. I think the main thing he'll make is something not super extravagant, but well-filling. God, what is it? The thing with the potato where you put stuff inside it, and a baked potato.
Great.
So he'll
Okay.
make like a baked potato with some garlic and butter. He'll add a side like salad if anybody would like that as well. Nothing overly extravagant, but still tasty and palatable.
Okay, go ahead and give me a cooking check. And would you like to imbue any magical benefits into the food?
Sure. He'll put in let me see which ones I had real quick.
Oh, and by the
Um,
way, Aslan, if you see any weird things with your class, please let me know, and because we're still just play testing it right now.
Gotcha. I will let you know. Here it is. He'll just put cure disease into it, cause why not?
Okay. And what was your roll?
Rolling it now. 22.
Plus 15. Jesus.
Okay,
Yep.
pretty solid roll.
Yeah.
Although you know you could do much better. The thing that really starts eating at you as you start imbuing the cure disease, your mind gets played with thoughts of like, shouldn't it be the other way around, cooking your food? All of these people are depending on you, and you could easily take advantage of that trust. But yet you decide to cure the diseases. Go ahead and give me a intelligence saving throw, please.
Sure. That's a 4.
Okay. This is your first fail.
I thought elephants were supposed to be smart or something.
For right now, nothing really changes. It's hard to push away control. You're able to manage, but it's getting harder and harder to do so. But you're able to make a decent enough meal. Maybe it could taste a little better, but hey, it's a nice hearty meal and it smells great. You get everybody's attention to start eating, and Tar, with your fasting, you're not, of course, not required to do that. But after the meal is over, we'll start with Gladdek.
He would approach Tar. Lassie, if it's not too much of an imposition, I would like to use the forge. I have Yezreel's weapon to complete.
She nods her head, and she goes with him to help get the forge ready.
As you do so, you kind of show them the intricacies to your forge. As this one, although travel sized, has some more intricate levers and switches to control the heat to temporary temperatures, as well as high octane flames that can get very very hot very quickly. The mechanisms that you have in place to control the temperature of what you're able to produce is relatively uncommon to what you're used to seeing, Gladdek. Most things like that are controlled by sheer experience and manpower. This is mostly done mechanically. So you're having to be shown all these intricacies. But go ahead and describe to me how you make these two hidden blades.
Cool.
Lassie, before we get too far along, I'm gonna go snag Yezreel. I believe after seeing Cain's weapon in action, that's having him as part of the forging process will help with forming the bond with the weapons.
She bows her head as she's basically taken off most of her combat weapons and gear besides the belt, and she's putting on her very ceremonial apron and getting out her adamantine tools to help.
Okay. Yezreel, you are greeted by Gladdek coming out of the caravan that is noticeably very hot. Like you can feel radiating heat coming from the caravan as you see Gladdek's silhouette approach you.
Laddie,
How can
do you have, I'd say a moment, but forging takes a little bit of time.
not much else going on at the moment? What's going on?
I'm about to put your blades to the forge, and Earthforgian steel has some innate magical properties, so I believe by having you in the forge as we proceed will help to bring and merge your two souls together.
I'd be honored. What do you need me to do?
Well, I think the easiest will be fanning the flames at the right times. But, especially towards the end, I think putting in a few of the hammering final touches will help
I love this.
merge this.
Not too experienced with forging, but I'll do my best.
Give me 1 second to write some things down. Am I to assume that Tar, you were assisting in this process?
Yes, because to her and her people, your personal forge is like your house, and you must be a host to your guests.
Okay. 1 second.
And she's basically letting Gladdek use all of her adamantine tools and everything. She's allowing him access to it all.
Okay. All right. So the way I want this to work, Gladdek, I want you to give me a description of what you are doing to form the blade. Then Tar, tell me how you were assisting in this process, and then I want Yezreel to bring it home.
So would it be like Gladdek making the check ultimately?
Ultimately, yes,
Oh.
but I like flavor text wise, that's how I'd like it to go down.
Well, to start, he would take some of the iron ore and then part of the Earthforgian steel to put into the actual, I think it's a crucible, to melt it down, and then stir that together to kind of get a good mixture going of the two. At which point, he would then have, and at this point, Yezreel would be helping with like fanning the coals and everything for the right temperature to get this liquid ore going. while that's melting down, he would then get his mold out for the actual blade. And then once the metal's hot enough, pouring it into the mold and then letting that cool enough, just enough so that it's kind of got its structure before hammering it out. And once it gets to the tail end of that time frame, that's when he would have Yezreel come over to kind of give in the last handful of strikes, basically like pointing out what parts of the blade need some finishing touches.
Okay, Gladdek, as you begin pouring out the liquid metal, Tar, tell me how you refine this process right before Gladdek starts forming it into its blade.
So Tar is helping in any way possible that can make everything he does more stable. And when he begins to help pour it, she kind of helps use her own. I don't really know how blacksmithing entirely works, but she's basically going to help.
Really do.
Cool beans. She's going to basically help with the metal, pouring it so the metal's more smooth. Make sure there's no bumps or air pockets, along with just assisting in any way that he needs, holding clamps, temperature control.
Okay, you begin ready with assisting all of the different tools, and as the liquid metal is poured out, you take a scoop and remove any of the slag to remove any possible imperfections. And then, Yezreel, as Gladdek begins forming the shape of the blade, handing his hand over to you.
I'm holding the hammer, or Gladdek pointing me to where I need to hit. Each strike creating sparks as all the imperfections get hammered away. With each strike, watching as the first strike kind of looking a little hesitant and uneasy, but near the last strike, much more confident as a final spray of sparks emits from the blades.
Okay. Everyone that's on the outside of the caravan, you see like sparks of light just illuminate. You see silhouettes of 3 people working away at an anvil. Each hammer strike setting out the same bright silhouette. With each hammer strike, Gladdek, you feel a pulsing within your soul, almost as if Morden is reacting to each hammer strike. And as Yezreel hits the last strike to remove the last imperfection in line within the blade, Gladdek, give me a blacksmithing tools check at advantage with a +2.
Cool.
That's a 23.
Nice.
That's at advantage?
Yes.
Okay. All right. After the blade cools down, you drench it in some water. You're able to get like almost a Damascus type steel look to the blade with all the different ridges of grays, silvers, and blacks running down it. It's a magnificent blade. It takes some time to work the leather and mechanism, and this is where Tar is able to show her finesse in making that mechanism work. But Yezreel, you fix it to your wrist. And I will make you an official sheet for this, so you can put it in your character sheet for the hidden blade. But for your own reference, you can take note of this, and I've taken note as well, and we can implement this later, like on your actual character sheet. But for right now, your hidden blade, it cauterizes wounds on the strike, just as a passive ability. This is a +2 weapon.
Damn.
And you get an extra 1d6 fire damage per strike.
Cool.
Additionally, with all the teamwork and the Earthforgian steel that was used, granted an additional magical benefit. This is the one that you're going to want to write down. If you were to land a critical hit and you roll a 90% or higher on a percentile die, your target is incapacitated for 1 round.
Is it 90%?
90% or higher is incapacitated for 1 round.
So, like, if you crit, you have a 10% chance to also incapacitate him?
Yep.
Solid.
It doesn't have all of that flavor text because that was new, but the item does exist in D&D already. It's called Dragon's Kiss.
Okay.
So
Alright.
just use that as a template or something.
Yeah.
That's fucking cool.
Okay. Well, I will take care of that probably at the end of tonight's session, so you may not be able to use it tonight. But your hidden blades are
Well, you could
completed.
use it. It just
Well,
like,
sure.
It has the plus
just
2,
won't
it
be
just
able to-
doesn't have all the flavor.
Okay, gotcha. All right. So, anything else anyone would like to do during the night?
Tar's just basically gonna once they leave, she's just gonna begin oiling her forge and all the tools and just, very ceremonically closing the forge.
With this being one of the few times where your collaborative efforts with Gladdek in forming a masterpiece weapon, it's hard not to be inspired with each of your different skill sets you bring to the forge. There is a very synergistic way that your experiences and skill sets form when working together.
I would say with that inspiration, as she is starting to oil her tools and cool and everything, she starts to think about her brother's broken longsword. And maybe it's time to reform it into a pure sword. From the inspiration she's kind of feeling, she's thinking about it.
The thought crosses your mind, and the memories of the significance of this blade and why you've carried it for so long. Then thoughts of the conversation you had earlier with Gladdek about making a short sword. It's hard to say, but maybe there's something that could be helped.
She'll probably she'd probably think about approaching him once he gets his night of rest.
I'd say it's probably around 11 o'clock, close to midnight by the time you guys finish, so you can still get a full night's rest. But it's probably around 11 when you're able to see that he's kind of washed up for the night.
Yeah, she'll probably offer to take over the night watch tonight.
I'm sorry, say that once more.
She's gonna offer to the group that she'll handle the watch guard for the whole night since she slept.
Okay.
All the way here.
All right.
Aslan will stay up, whether to guard or not. He'll be up.
Okay. You may get a point of exhaustion in the morning if you don't get some sleep.
Oh, that's fine. Yeah, he'll take it.
Okay. All right.
Cool.
So, anything from anyone else?
I just have one tidbit I'd like to add.
Sure.
So I made sure to stay like hydrated and whatnot through my extensive 8-hour workout routine. However, I am definitely feeling some cramps and I'm sore. Very like, I've probably been laying down for most of the evening once camp got set up. I do want to say though, I start having this sort of like daydream before I start nodding off about like reaching this like new level of power and rank and whatnot, and potentially having to like that process be involved with Aslan in a negative way, and that kind of worries me because I've noticed him being a little off, especially the last 8 hours.
Are you addressing the group?
Nope.
Okay.
No. This is what I have this like sort of daydream of me like reaching Super Saiyan, and then but like somehow like Aslan getting involved in a unfortunate outcome. I don't know. I just Cain has a lot of unanswered questions right now, and there's a lot of stuff up in the air, and he just doesn't know what's going on, so a lot of fear like takes advantage of that.
Okay. Aslan and Tar, with you guys both staying up, is there any discussions you'd like to have, or anything before we continue on?
I'll say that Tar is getting ready to go up to a tree. I mean, what is Aslan doing? Where is he kind of located at?
I'd say overall he stays towards like the campfire center of the place, but he'll also take a stroll around the outside, like perimeter.
I guess she would. She would kind of walk with him for the first bit to do a perimeter check before she'll tie herself up to a high tree to have to overlook you. How does Aslan kind of look right now?
Before you describe that, the effects of the initial loss of that first roll have kind of worn off. Of course, you can describe how you're feeling or your how you look, but as far as the effects of Vecna, you're not feeling anything particularly strong at the moment.
Sure. Overall, he looks tired. He doesn't look to be. I mean, he looks down in the dumps, kind of tired, and that's kind of when you look over, he'll pipe up. You know, I don't know if we ever really talked that much. Honestly, this is the first time I think I've been alone with you.
She kind of looks up as she's kind of like pondering. And then she kind of looks at, and then she signs, I believe you're right. This is probably the first time we've had a moment together. Are you okay?
Well, I was gonna ask you the same. Knowing that your home was destroyed, I bet you don't feel too well.
Can you repeat that? I'm sorry.
Oh, I was gonna ask you the same question, actually. Seeing that your home was, well, not destroyed, but in a bad shape, I'm sure you're not feeling all too well.
And she kind of signs, and you can tell by her hand, that it's almost like she's hesitating as she kind of tries to find a way to convey her feelings in the right way. She just goes, I have a lot of things that are broken, and my home was just. And she just kind of looks down for. She can't finish it.
Well, to answer your question, I feel miserable in a way. With this new eye and its powers of feel nice at times, but I don't know if that's me thinking they're nice, or the eye telling me to think they're nice. I honestly lose who I am at some moments, and I'm afraid to be, well, with it.
She kind of looks up and looks at the eye, and she signs, maybe it'd be best to part with it. I can help you if you'd want me to.
Well, as much as that sounds like a good offer, I want to help the party, so I will bear its burden. Though it's getting hard.
She signs back, almost in a way to cut you off, but you do help. That eye most likely will not be worth the risk for fulfillment that you've already achieved.
You know, I appreciate you saying that. When we first became a group, and we first started going into combat, it was very scary. And I felt like I wasn't very useful. But your words have made me reflect a little bit, and maybe I do bring more help than I think I originally did. But
Okay.
But I think I will continue to have the eye for now.
She kind of chuckles a little
Yes.
bit. Evil Colton.
Yes.
Your Radagast is showing. She kind of mimics almost a chuckle as she goes, anyone's first time into battle will never feel truly useful. It's scary and it's chaotic. You have to find yourself in the chaos to find a way to truly make it organized, or maybe that is my perspective. But I know I don't eat your food all the time. My way of life requires different types of tests. But
Hmm.
I don't think you understand how awful traveling food could be. I mean, with the right seasonings and right hunter, it's not bad, but you are bringing in level-worthy food. You know,
Hmm.
that boosts morale more than you know.
In level. I do beg your pardon, but at least royal.
she kind of like moves her hand. Royal, sorry. Slight
Now,
chuckle.
I had a burning question for you. You know, and you don't have to answer this. This may be prying, but what are you? Because you don't seem to eat, and I don't see you, well, do normal tasks other mortals do. Or I guess other living beings.
She signs. Have you ever heard of the armor clad and what we are?
Not really. I think one time when we were serving food, a person in full armor came by, and I thought to myself he was very clad in armor, but not in armor clad.
She does a slight chuckle to that comment. We give up our identity that normal people have. We give up the diversity of looking different. And instead, we honor the ways of our ancestors and people in the metal that has made us who we are. And she kind of looks at you, is like, what you see is me. And it's all that armor, the way the armor looks. I made this armor at a very young age. It was my test into becoming part of the clan among combat. We are not allowed to show our faces. And we do things that other people will not, to truly strive to be not only the most honorable, but the greatest warriors that walk on this planet.
Hmm. Well, that sounds like a very hard task to do. I don't think I'd be able to accomplish it. I really like food, and as you can tell, food likes me as he like pats his large like jolly belly and it jiggles for a couple seconds before he has to stop it with his hand.
Has to stop it.
It's like it's the
Fucking
motion of
Poe.
the ocean just it keeps wobbling, almost mesmerizing, and then he has to stop. It's like, oh. Anyways, I mentioned more like, are you a human or uh what do you look like under there? I know you might not remember, but I just always wondered.
I'm human and I eat, but I have to remove my helmet to eat. And I can't do that in front of people. But what you see with your eyes is me. This is who I am. Cain and Tar, a clan armor clad.
Well, nice to meet you, Tar.
She bows
I
her
would,
head.
I'd say the same, but I'm starting to feel like I don't remember who I am anymore.
Yes, yes. You hear a
She
maniacal laughter in the backs of your mind.
she
Yeah,
kind of
as that
okay.
happens, you notice Aslan staring forward, but his left main eye is looking at you somehow.
Oh Christ.
She kind of looks at that eye, almost, and her posture kind of goes up as her hand kind of rests on her short sword, almost having a standoff with the person of that eye, wanting the smoke. As she signs, Aslan, if you ever feel that you're losing yourself, it's hard to take one's life, but I would do that for you, and I would make it painless if that's what you wanted. If the time ever came. and you feel you're truly losing yourself, you ask me and I'll stop it.
You know, I talked about that uh Mr. Maxwell, but I would like to also offer that as an agreement as to you as well. If it ever comes that I should do harm to those that should not, then my life should be forfeit, because that is not what I wish.
She signs. I, Tar Lauren of Armorclad, vow. Before I mourn, I will cut you down without a second hesitation. I promise you this.
Aslan, charisma saving throw.
Oh, charisma this time. Oh.
Watch it be like a brief fight between Aslan and Tar right now.
27.
You hear what she says initially comes off as a threat to your life, but you're able to shrug it off, and it goes away at that.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
She bows her head before she pats him on the back and finds the tallest tree she can wrap herself to with some rope to take oversight. And since she doesn't need sleep, her just watching over is very little activity.
Night goes past without really any disturbances. Aslan, you can still get a couple of hours, and I won't give you an exhaustion point. But we'll continue on to the next day. Do you guys just want to travel the next 3 or 4 hours to the foot of the mountain?
Yeah, I'm fucking ready. Let's do
Nope.
that bitch.
Yeah.
I'd like to cast Hero's Feast in the morning.
Cool. Hell yeah, dude. Fuck yes.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
Remind me, aren't you able to choose some of the benefits that you get?
No, it's just like we're immune to fear. We get temporary hit points or something, or our maximum hit points is increased.
So as a feature in my class, I can add one of those effects, but the spell itself, I bring forth a great feast, magnificent of food and drink. It takes an hour to consume and disappears at the end. It takes up to an hour for the spell to actually take effect, so everybody has to eat to an extent. 12 people can partake. You gain several benefits. You are cured of all diseases, poisons, and become immune to poison and being frightened, and make all wisdom saving throws with advantage. Your hit point maximum also increases by 2d10, and you gain the same number of hit points, and it gains the same number of hit points. Oh, okay, so
Okay.
you like heal from it.
All
And
right.
it lasts for 24 hours.
What is the benefit that you're going to add to this? And go ahead and roll for those hit points.
He's gonna add Bardic Inspiration.
Okay. So we'll just for prosperity's sake, we'll say that timer starts at the end of the meal.
Okay. Char will definitely take a plate and like bow her head to Aslan as she'll go into her forge and hide herself away while she feeds it to Zimroth.
That'll be 7 temp hit points basically.
Cool
Okay.
beans.
Just for your guys' own records, this 7 HP can be restored. So you can put it in the temporary HP points. Just make sure that doesn't get erased completely. It can be restored. So we finish up the Hero's Feast, and Aslan, if you wouldn't mind, give us a description of what your heroic continental breakfast entails.
Keeping it more in mind with like a breakfast spread, he definitely has both an assortment of pancakes of both chocolate and blueberry, as well as waffles of chocolate and blueberry, with a very high in content sugar syrup and a lower in content syrup, uh, as well as just different flavors of maple syrup and cedar syrup and just all kinds of like different additions of apples, oranges, bananas, even some pineapple on there. Uh, there's some bagels and butter, as well as jam to spread on biscuits and muffins.
So it-
anything you can name in breakfast items is basically prepared
So-
in this feast.
It's basically an S tier intercontinental breakfast.
Yeah.
Basically, yes.
Is
Made
there
by like a
anything-
5-star sous chef.
Is there anything without sugar? Is it like meat, or is it all just seem like carbs
Oh
and
yes,
sugar?
there's definitely bacon, sausage, egg yolks for drinking, even for the more muscly inclined. Uh,
Dude, yes, thank you.
Her plate is
Two of
heavy.
those.
Her plate is heavy protein for Zenroth as well.
yeah, there's even turkey. Just why not?
Okay.
Wow, fuck yeah.
After
dude.
you all did down and deep into this meal, this is a hero's feast.
Takes a fucking hour to eat.
It is something that most people on this plane of existence will never experience. And you're eating it on the road.
Yeah.
Cool.
Needless to say, the smell and aroma is captivating, almost as if the smell and aroma, like as soon as it enters your nostrils, is almost fulfilling enough. But adding the taste on top of it is just mesmerizing. This aroma carries and wafts the air and scent around you. When this hour is complete and the food and table magically disappears, you see three figures that were kind of walking up the face of the mountain, trying to stop and turn back around towards you. Three adventurers. They don't seem to have any malice, no weapons carried, although they do have weapons on themselves. Approach you. Excuse me. What was it that you were eating there? As this Goliath-looking person in full plate armor approaches you with a giant tower shield strapped to his back.
Oh, are you hungry, friend?
Well, I mean, I've hunted a couple of rams this morning, but nothing that smelled quite as great as that. But by the time we could get here, it's gone now. And honestly, I'm a little upset about it. And
Well,
you see the person next to him seems to be a tiefling in similar plate armor. Don't you worry yourself. You're being rude. We just saw that if Hero's Feast, I can assume is what was used there, was used at the front of the mountain, I'd say you guys are as experienced as we are. It's good to meet you.
oh, hello.
DM.
Yes.
Not being in costume, but with my like superhero intuition, can I like gauge these days as power level?
Yeah.
With my sort of like, warrior eyes.
I'll give you an insight roll. Why not?
Okay.
I'll see if you have scan equipped, if you have the AP for it.
Yeah, yeah. Oh boy, -1.
Oh,
9.
Okay. This could be ascertained just by the gear that they're wearing. Full plate is not cheap. And the cadence of their voice, the confidence in which he said that so boldly. I'm not going to give you a number, but they seem to be pretty fucking experienced, especially knowing what Hero's Feast is.
Tar kind of walks out from behind and signs to them as her voice goes in their head. What brings you out here?
Oh, you know, this and that. Dragons, adventure, fame, glory, women, later. I don't know.
Have you seen any armor-clad like myself from your adventurers coming that way?
Yeah, those are the mercenary guys, right? And again, a dwarf that is now just caught up to the party slaps the tiefling on the back of the head. Hey, yes, we know of them. We don't travel with lights such as that. They seem to carry a reputation with them that overshadows the rest of us. We are the Stoneheart Vanguard. We're
Wow.
kind of a I suppose you could call us a mercenary group, but we walk the outskirts of every town and continent to make sure everything is safe.
It's an honor to meet you. Do you know where they were last at?
Oh, are you referring to the armor clad?
Yes, especially if they sound as vile as you make them. We are not supposed to be like that.
Oh, please, don't take that the wrong way. I meant no offense. I'm just saying they have such a reputation of greatness it overshadows others, is all I'm trying
Oh.
to say.
She just waves, ha ha. Still, thank you so much. As she bows her head.
Needless to say, it's uncommon to see one in a committed traveling party such as yourself, and one that doesn't speak conventionally.
I am honor bound to this caravan currently on a mission, and I suffered a great injury that does not allow me to speak.
My apologies. I specialize in healing if that's something that would help, if you wish.
And she kind of mimics as if like her jaw is gone. Unfixable.
I see.
But
Well,
thank you.
Before I make more of an ass of myself and of the Stoneheart the Stoneheart Vanguard. Let me introduce us. We have Stone, the Goliath over here. He is more or less the one who takes all the punches. Then we've got Jonzu, who's the Tiefling, and my name is Remos.
I want it to be known I'm on Penelope, so like this guy would like for sure be taller than me.
Oh yeah.
But because I'm on Penelope, I can kind of seem like on the same level, right?
Because Penelope is huge, yes.
Good. Yeah, I just kind of take like a mildly aggressive pose on top of Penelope as I just like look at Stone.
He seems to have your same physique, just taller. But you're able to meet him eye to eye slit. As he meets your gaze and removes his plate helm. As a very scarred and shaved face kind of pulls out. Well, these mountains aren't for the weak, and you certainly don't seem as such. Especially if you have a ram like that leading your way.
She does a little clip-clop.
What brings you all to these mountain ranges? As Stone says.
I look over at Raven. Just sort of like, you know.
Orders from shit, what's her name? From Lysandra Frostmane.
All three of them immediately take a bow.
I'm just standing there, like, with my teeth are like an awkward E. Like, I'm just very cringed at the moment because I'm not used to that. I'm not used to that, to getting that towards me.
You see Stone slap both Remos and Jonzu across the back of the head. You guys always talk us into a pit. Now here we are again.
No need to bow. It is quite all right.
Great, I hate doing that. As he pulls both of them up to their feet. Now, what was that quest again?
We are looking for this journal. It's said to be on the North Mountains, but it's just said to be there. It's not for sure to be there. We're trying to look for a specific item that this journal leads us to this item.
You see Jonzu, the tiefling, kind of pipe up. An old journal. Do you know anything else about that?
No.
Huh. Well, the fucking Christ, the Stoneheart Vanguard. We found an old beaten down camp within the mountains about 6 or 7 months ago. And from my knowledge, it was the only journal that we found. But
Did you grab it?
how it looked like an old beaten down journal. After we read it, we told Lysandra all about it.
How far up the mountain was it?
Well, I mean, with that ram and the dwarf and the human died in your way, I bet we'd probably get there in about a day and a half.
Okay.
We?
That's not to say that it's been moved. I mean, the conditions can be quite snowy up there.
And
lead
you
is
said
better than no
we?
lead.
What?
Are you saying you're wanting to go with us, or can you just lead us?
Well,
like point
I-
the direction.
I mean, it would be. Huh. Yeah, we'd like to join you. It's not too often that we get to fight toe and toe with rival parties and such. And you see the Remus kind of slapped Jonzu on the back of the head. Enough with pestering them. We are glad to assist you on your quest.
Well, what are we thinking?
And if we don't want you to?
Well, I mean, we're heading in the same direction, so... And Jonzu gets another slap on the back of the head from both Stone and Remus.
Oh, that's awkward.
I mean,
Who's the leader of this
what-
group anyway?
that would be me.
Oh, well, I guess it's up to you. You want us to join or not?
You know, when it hurts to have a guide in these mountains. What do you guys say? Should we allow them to join?
Oh, fine.
I mean, I wouldn't mind the help. Lysandra's not that much help. And it's the fact that these people were the ones to tell her in the first place.
You get a chuckle underneath the breath of Jonzu.
All right. Lead the way.
Okay, Stone, you lead the way. And he just kind of puts his helm back, pulls his eyes slit back down.
Well, actually, continue.
Okay. I will tell you, we know of a safe place to hide your caravan. That would slow us down tremendously if we want to head there on foot. If you want to take it with us, we know a path, but it'll take 2 days rather than the day and a half.
Gladdek, are you okay with leaving the forge behind?
Well, I don't know if there's any real option there, laddie. As they said, and Cain and I have been in mountains often enough, it's better to travel as lighter so that you can maneuver in the rough terrain easier. While I don't like being away from the forge for too long, there's not a whole lot of other options.
Tar, what do you think? It's your caravan.
She's
Oh,
getting food.
okay.
Oh.
Let's just take a quick 5, everybody,
Okay.
and we'll just
Quick
reconvene so
5.
everybody can be here.
Heck yeah.
So the Stoneheart Vanguard starts leading the charge. We
Can I
wanted to
roll an insight check on them real quick?
give me 1 second. We'll get to that. Right before you guys started heading off, can we also get like a more atmospheric music for like? Oh, there you go. You're ahead of me.
I've been waiting.
Okay, but Tar, the option was given to leave the wagon. I mean, the caravan in a safe location that they know. Um, because if we were to bring the wagon, it would increase the travel time by about another half day through an alternate path. But they do know a safe location for it. So whatever you'd like to do.
Tara, I take it, especially after she pretty much is already losing her home.
I
Fair
mean,
enough.
yeah, there's no. You might as well go the long way around.
Okay. They don't give you any argument, and they start veering to an opposite path. Um, okay, guys. So rather than describe every inch in detail of this whole place, and of course I'll give an initial description, we're going to fast forward this. Um, you guys start heading into the Madari mountain range, and the path that you're on is just wide enough for your caravan to pass. There is not room for anybody to walk on either side of the wagon without being crushed by the side wall of the path or falling off the edge of the cliff. It's either in front or behind the wagon, so I need a marching order. The Stoneheart Vanguard is going to be leading the charge in front.
I'll because Penny, excuse me, sorry, Penelope this is kind of like her shit. I'll be first in line behind the Stoneheart Vanguard.
Okay.
And Tar, with her wagon and her 2 cow dinosaurs, will be behind that.
Okay.
I don't know what to call them.
I'll
Yeah,
just be
Yezreel both.
flying above everyone.
Gladdek's got
I
rear
will tell
guard.
you. Okay. For you specifically, Raven, it's not necessarily difficult to fly in this temperature. However, when it starts really snowing, it might be difficult for you to maintain altitude with the winds that you have. So you'll be able to keep like a hovering flight, but flying up higher.
Oh yeah, no, I'm not. I'm just like keeping above.
Okay, not only because of the visibility, but also you have a harder time flying higher up. But you should still be fine hovering, such as you are. All right. So, as we start heading up this steep incline, you see that the cleric Remos is kind of has his hands like turning red hot as he forms a clean trail from ice and snow to give a clear path for the wagon's wheels, melting it as they continue going forward. It's kind of interesting to see. But you guys go along this adventure and path for hours and hours. And there are times where I'm gonna need anyone who's able to do an athletics check because the rocks give way at part of the path where one of the wagon's wheels dips down into the cliff's edge, and you have to pull it out to continue going forth. So I need an athletics check from everybody. Majority vote will pass.
Yeah, Tar for sure would be in a strength 21.
Yeah,
Okay.
same with
Okay.
Colonel Cain Maxwell here. Well, just Cain Maxwell actually.
22.
Yezreel ain't doing nothing.
You guys will-
23.
21.
15.
With everyone's help and with all the meaty bods that are in this party, you just pick up the caravan, and the dinosaurs are able to just walk past, but you guys just lift the caravan up and put it back on the path without really any problem at all.
Hercules.
Boom, boom! Everyone's buff in this party.
Yeah,
Yezreel's kind of like touching the wagon.
yeah. You had your hands on. You were there in spirit, but you weren't really listening.
Yeah.
I just see like us all lift the cart, and he's trying to lift, but now he's like hanging in the air with his,
Yeah.
his legs wiggling.
Oh my
That's what I
god!
saw
Oh my
too.
god!
And
I was just
Aslan's
waiting
on
a
the
little
side
while.
just clapping. You can do it, guys. Great job.
Okay.
Yeah,
and
you're like
as-
cheerleader.
Yeah.
aside from Cain Maxwell, also, are you in costume with this party?
No, I don't. I haven't had enough, privacy to sort of like.
I got you. So Cain
Yeah, there's no phone
Maxwell,
booths anywhere around.
Cain Maxwell, Gladdek, as well as the Stoneheart Vanguard, you guys are not going to see any repercussions of traveling within these quickly dropping temperatures, as you're used to it. With all of your experience and childhoods growing up in such an environment, you're not impeded at all. However, everyone else, it is so cold. You've never really experienced anything like this. Most of you, all of your experience has been growing up in a dry desert. Having such cold temperatures is really difficult. If it gets any colder, there may be some consequences to those who continue traveling without putting on extra warm clothing.
Dahlia's gonna like ignite her axe and keep that super close to her for warmth.
Oh, nice.
I was gonna say I have a torch that
Okay.
I can carry as well.
Yeah,
And
the
I was
torch will
going to keep
definitely
my
help.
stove lit inside the caravan to keep it kind of heated.
Okay.
Oh, you should start running the forge so it's like a heater inside of the caravan.
Oh, that too.
Tara's gonna.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
No, please.
I say Tara's gonna, since she's fine in the cold, she's gonna wrap her dinosaurs in all of the leather winter gear she has for them, and she's gonna keep Zimron in the caravan for warmth.
It's tough because Zen absolutely refuses to have the clothes wrapped around him. And it takes some fighting and pestering and him jumping in and out of the caravan to really understand that, oh yeah, that will actually help. It takes about a good 30 minutes of prodding, and even still, about every 5 or so minutes, you catch him trying to gnaw off the clothes.
Tara's just thankful that the two cow dinosaurs do not do this shit, as she's just keeping her eye on him while she's driving.
Needless to
Yezreel.
say. Oh, go ahead, please.
I was saying Yezreel was kind of put on his like leather cloak, making sure everything's like really close to him.
Okay.
Oof, all
With
the
everybody's
leather, yeah.
measures, especially with the forge running, if people get too cold, they can hop in the caravan. If not, you guys have enough controls in place to keep you warm. So we continue forth for about another 6 hours where nightfall starts to come. There's an outcropping inside of the path. It kind of juts out, and there's like a half cave that's not completely enclosing, but it's enough to shield yourself from the brunt of the winter storm that seems to be brewing up. There's been light snowfall, a drastic decrease in temperature, but it stone pipes up as soon as he finds the outcropping. We better stop here for tonight. He puts his whole hand up in the air and kind of looks up in the clouds. There's going to be a blizzard tonight.
A fucking course.
The timing of the music.
Tara thanks them for their warning as she's gonna start prepping the cow dinos. To get, she basically start making a kind of like a hut.
Live?
Yeah, she's making a hut and she's got plenty of fur.
Okay. DM, what does
Yes?
this outcropping look like? Is it like are we under like some sort of rocky shelf or what?
Yeah, it's so as Cain, not being bothered by the temperature at all, you kind of walk out onto this outcropping. Imagine like the entrance to Pride Rock, right? How it like jets out like pretty far, and there's a slight cave opening in the back. That's kind of what I'm picturing here. You don't have a huge amount of width, however, there's a lot of length and an outcropping that you can stand out on. There's enough of a shelf inside of the partial cave that gives everybody safe shelter from the storm, at least.
Will it fit like the caravan and stuff?
Yeah.
Okay.
So as you start to step out onto the edge of this outcropping, you are thousands of feet high.
I was about to say, how much in elevation did we hike up?
We'll say that you guys were at 0 in Ravana, but as getting closer and closer to the foot of the mountain and up to where you are now, you're probably close to 6,000 or 7,000 feet above sea level.
Damn.
Shit.
Oh, okay.
hard
So
to
we're
breathe.
talking like the mountains here in Utah, basically.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not hard to breathe yet. However,
Right.
about if you were to go double the distance where you are now, you could probably have some oxygen issues going forward. However, through a slight break in the mountain, I mean in the clouds that are passing by, you're able to see a speck of where the ocean is. It's you can't see Ravna from here. It's there are so many clouds, but you're able to see a bit and piece of the ocean. But it's very quickly overshadowed by dank and dark clouds.
Wow.
Now, although you're used to the cold, you feel the same feeling that Stone had felt before. There's a blizzard coming very soon.
Are we? So are we in? We're in a cave right now, right?
Yes, it's an open faced cave, so like you could walk out a good 30 feet and you'd be out in the elements. But
Okay.
yeah.
So after Targ basically opens up her, she basically opens up her forge like she's opening up shop, but she's doing it to create a heater space with the forge. And after she stores the 2 cow dinos as far back in the cave as possible with different types of leathers and hay, she's gonna go to the group and go, "Do we have anything that could maybe cover the entrance?"
Don't you worry about that. As Remos kind of pipes up. Give me 1 second to make sure he has what I'm thinking.
What is Remos?
He's a
He's
cleric.
the dwarf, right?
Yeah, Remos is the dwarf cleric.
Mm.
Let's see. Actually, he may not have it. Johnzu might. Let's see. Okay, yeah. Johnzu will kind of clap his hands together and kind of rub them together, and then pull out a little wrist contraption he has and starts flipping it. 1 second, please. I think this one will do. And he throws down a bead, and immediately the earth starts to shake, and you can feel it almost as if like a tremor is coming. He is going to use move earth to form pillars to connect the ground floor of this cavern to the roof.
Ooh, is he gonna still keep the sides kind of open for oxygen and smoke to go through?
He's leaving a slit in the middle for like a large door, like
That's cool.
wide enough for the cavern.
That's cool.
He kind of shakes his arm as the mechanism seems to be burning his wrist a bit. I don't cast that spell very often.
Tar claps.
Right.
I'll fashion my flame tongue great axe to the wall or whatever, so and to just activate it so it's just burning, like kind of mounted onto the wall, so you could kind of go near it if just add another heat source in this cave, because I'm sure this rock is real cold, and it's just going to suck up any amount of heat that we give off.
Yep.
Oh, Tar has her forge out and open.
At this point, as everybody's starting to set up camp, you really start thinking about the things that were said, Raven. And sorry, I spaced giving you that insight roll, but please go ahead.
It's a little late now.
It is.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Okay. So, as we set up camp, and although the protection from the elements is very helpful because of the slit that's in the door, it's rough. Even just the bit of wind that's coming in and the snow that's piling up already a foot on the front of the doorstep, it's cold. You guys are protected and heated enough to where you're not going to suffer any repercussions from sleeping in this condition.
Nice.
However, things will get worse. So prepare yourselves going forward.
Tara's
I was
gonna.
actually.
Oh,
Oh.
I'm talking. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say Aslan would position himself actually sitting uh crisscross applesauce at the open slit to the open mouth of the cave to kind of watch the view. He's very enamored by it, and also he just likes the scenery. It's very calming.
Yeah. It's so interesting, Aslan, looking out into this harsh and violent winter scene before you. You can't help but see the beauty in it. And although you can only see gray and specks of white blowing which way and forth, having to occasionally shake your trunk off as excess snow is piling, um, you're able to see the beauty in it. Is there anything you'd like to do?
Yes, he's going to cast Create Bonfire
Okay.
Oh, nice. That's
right at the
helpful.
entrance behind him. So, like,
Cool.
maybe 5 feet behind him, to kind of help melt the snow and keep it at bay behind him.
With the forge, the flame ton axes, the torch that Raven has, as well as the bonfire, this place is cozy now.
Nice.
Nice.
We'll go on to Gladdek. I did get your message, but please go ahead.
Nothing too crazy. He would probably continue working on his design, and then maybe if Dahlia is feeling up to it, working on some more draconic.
Okay. Now that you're in a warm and cozy and like environment, sitting next to the stone in a mountain range you've never been in, feeling the closeness, we'll give you another roll for your design. The DC will be a little higher though.
It's 21.
Perfect. Okay. Immediately, you're able to see some of the flaws that you don't know how you missed. There's a couple of runes that were slightly misspelled within the hilt that completely fixed your issue about imbuing the magic through all serrated edges on the blade. And you feel that this design is ready for work. It doesn't take you too long to correct this mistake either. Is there anything else that you'd like to do? Like, you probably have time tonight. Oh, sorry, you're muted.
No, I hadn't said anything yet,
Oh.
but I had followed that up with saying if Dahlia was up to it, Gladdek would also work on some draconic.
Oh, cool.
Oh, of course, Dahlia would be down for that.
Yeah, so trying to fit it a little bit more, refining it, wanting to get as close to conversational draconic as possible.
Yeah, so from the last time that you had practiced Draconic, you had done quite well. You understand some of the colloquialisms and some of the like more refined vocabulary. The shorter like consonants and vowels that really get away from you. So that's what you're able to kind of practice this session. Go ahead and give me an intelligence roll at advantage because of Dahlia's help.
And from time to time, you hear anybody who's like over listening. You hear Dahlia just kind of be like, "No, lower, like from the pits of your stomach, like really growl with it."
From your balls, man. From your balls.
Like, you know that area beneath your titties? Oh, you don't have titties. Beneath your taint.
What was your roll?
18.
Okay, yeah. Having somebody who speaks this language fluently is astronomically helpful. As to where now, I would not say that you're fluent, but like you know enough to where if you were to go into a town where Draconic was the only language spoke, you'd be good. You'd be good.
It's like Drakelish.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, like
Stupid, yeah.
broken draconic.
The thing that's
Yeah.
making it easier for you is that, like, with dwarvish, it's almost like you have to like imagine stones grinding in like a fire within that brings the sound out. As the similarity in there with draconic, you feel that flame within, but it's screwed through your entire vocal cord. Of course, the dialect is different, but the same feeling behind it is about the same. But yeah, probably one or two more practice sessions of a successful check, and I'd say that you're pretty close to fluent.
Perfect.
Cool.
Raven, yeah, this being an environment that you're not at all suited to, how are you doing, and what are you doing at this time?
I'm freaking out. I'm playing it cool for everyone, so I'm not the weirdo of the group. And so, but internally, I'm panicking. And so I'm just keeping very quiet and to myself and going with the flow. But I'm also like very observant, so I'm kind of skeptical of these guys a little bit. Just because, like, have I heard of these guys?
Go ahead and give me a history roll.
Ooh, 29.
Yeah, absolutely.
29?
29.
Although you've never met them in person, you definitely have heard of them, and they're actually pretty renowned. They're essentially the National Guard, just these three.
Okay.
They walk and protect the borders of this land, and that's their entire role. They did have a much stronger force, but in the last war that the Lion's Pride was in, they lost most of their forces to border disputes.
Okay. All right, but yeah,
Sad.
I'm not used to this, and it's almost re-traumatizing from the Underdark. Flying around, running around with my head cut off pretty much in that place, and then now this place, but I'm with a group of people still running around with my head cut off, still not knowing where to go. And yeah, I don't know.
Okay. Having like a better idea of who you're actually acquainted with, knowing that they have at least the respect of the Ironclad, not of the not the Ironclad.
Stoneheart?
Yeah, they have the reputation strong with the Lion Pride generals. You know that you're at least not in bad company.
Oh yeah.
But as everyone else is starting to just kind of mellow out and try to relax as much as they can, knowing that there's a pretty big day ahead of them tomorrow, Stone stands up and looks at the group. Okay, I was expecting a bigger storm than this. Of course, it's blizzarding outside, but with all of our combined talents, we may be actually to make it to our destination in the same time if we hurry. We don't want to arrive there upon nightfall. If we don't think we can make it there, we'll find another place to camp. But we can try to force it if we hurry.
Tar
Can
looks
I-
at. Oh,
Go ahead. You want
Tar
to first.
looks about our setup and how we're already set and getting comfortable, and she goes, "It may be best at this point to just wait."
Of course. I mean, we're still going to stay the night here. I'm talking about tomorrow. We can rush through the day to make it to our destination on time. But if we falter, we may not make it there in time and be caught out in the storm.
She nods. We could definitely do that, I believe.
Indeed, I believe with all of our skills, we'll be able to make it with no problem.
Very well. Everybody try to get as much sleep as we can. Tomorrow will be an arduous journey.
After he says that, Tars is Dahlia and Aslan, are they just finishing up their language practicing?
I'd say so. After Stone took some time to wait until there was some quiet, so I'd say everybody is trying to starting to settle in for the night.
She's gonna walk to Dahlia and Gladdek to kind of catch them both at the same time. Could I have a moment?
Of course. By all means, you know that you can have a moment with me anytime that you'd like, friend.
What is it, Lassie?
She's kind of almost like she's trying to think, and she's kind of rubbing her gloved armored hands, almost kind of nervously before she starts to sign. I'm thinking about trying to repair a part of my soul, and I would like both of your help.
Of course, Tar. You've been one of my dearest friends. And after all that we've been through, why wouldn't I help you? What is it we can do for you?
Interesting. Glad I was going to respond. Just didn't want to come off. She pulls out the broken long sword. She holds it in both her hands before she signs with one hand. Now Dahlia knows the full story of this blade. Gladdek, I will give you some of it. This was my brother's sword. He broke it trying to kill me. Her hands kind of shakes. I don't know if I'll get the chance to see him again. And his blade doesn't deserve to stay in this shape. I would be honored if you both would help me reforge it.
Hi, Lassie. To be honest, when you started talking about the soul, I thought we were talking about like actual souls, and I was gonna be, I'll help, but I don't know anything about actual soul magic or anything of that nature. But this I can do.
She moves that chuckling gesture. She goes, "To us armor-clad, this is part of our soul." but thank you. Thank you so much. As both her hands are kind of shaking. Thank you.
And Dahlia will reach over and she'll take your hands. She'll look at you in the face. She'll say, "You don't have to thank us. We're friends. This is what we do. I wouldn't be where I am if it wasn't for you."
Probably the first time you've ever really known her, even as how close you guys are, she like hugs you.
She embraces you back.
I don't know if there's enough time tonight, but maybe in the next few days. I mean, are we all about to die?
As soon as your conversation is immediately interrupted,
What the fuck just happened? Shit,
you
dude, what?
hear a bone-shattering roar that echoes throughout the cavern.
Oh my god.
She rushes to the fucking crack with her
What
bow
the
drawn,
fuck
looking.
is happening?
Does Dahlia recognize this sound?
This sounds like an ancient dragon.
Oh my god!
She's going. In fact, as she's running with Tar, she screams for gore. Now's your chance!
Everybody,
Yeah, Aslan's at the entrance, so if anybody's running out, he's blocking it.
let me describe the scene real quick so we can act.
Okay.
Everybody, you hear the noise reverberate from the very depths of the cliff's edge that is right beneath you. This roar continues to roar back and forth, and it echoes and it echoes. Snow is starting to come down the mountain in avalanches everywhere,
Oh shit!
as to where the entrance of your cave is now sealed with snow as you hear a muted roar through the echoes of the snow. What do you all do?
Wait, so we got snowed in?
Yeah.
Dahlia's instantly
Oh.
going to use her breath
I
weapon on
am
the snow.
going to use mold earth and move the snow out of the way.
Okay. Do we want to use Ravens or Dahlias?
I'm fine either or.
Hey, careful! Aslan is still in the entrance.
Yeah, I'm
Alright.
right at the entrance looking out.
All right, Raven, go ahead.
Okay.
So you immediately cast Move Earth. Tell me how this looks like.
I just immediately see it happen, and I just take action and move my hands towards it and move it towards the other
Snow is
direction.
blasted off in a huge cacophony of just debris. Bits of the stone wall are blown apart and shoved across the other end of the canyon. And immediately through this, you're able to look out into the storm. Everybody's up in action, looking up through all that's just snow and gray. And immediately through the bottom edge of the cliff, you see a purple flame just engulf the entire side of the mountain range.
Oh,
wow.
purple flame?
Everybody walks out to the edge and you look beneath you. At the very bottom of this ravine, for the moments that you have to look before it's engulfed by snow once more, there are massive pits of acid, hundreds of feet beneath you.
Oh my god.
That's
Oh my
not good.
God.
Oh,
I- Okay. Phoenix Force, what do we do?
Are we fighting that, or can we just run?
Tar signs. It is an honor, and it is our right to kill it.
Oh God.
Oh,
I don't think it's going to let us run.
While everyone is distracted by this horrible scene, I'll step back and reach into my back pocket and pull out my mask. It's time for Turtle Cain Maxwell.
Fortunately for you, everybody's too focused on the scene to look at you.
Exactly.
How
Sorry,
far
that was
down
for Colonel.
is this?
It's a couple hundred feet.
Okay.
Some clarification. Would I be able to use the new daggers or not yet?
Yeah.
You can
Right.
use them. There was a temporary stat block that was shown in the chat that you can use for now. Just keep in
Okay.
mind that there's the added benefit of the crit.
Gotcha. Okay.
I guess if we're going down, we can go down on my hand.
You see, Stone is a very stoic face, looks down. Well, I guess it's time for you all to prove your might. We're not backing down.
Okay.
well-
At the sound of that, Dahlia shouts flame onto her axe and ignites it and looks at him and says, "Oh, we'll prove our might."
You still- Go ahead, please.
I would say Tar just nods her head next to Dahlia as she's aiming her bow.
Don't fret, Aslan. As Gladdek casts Shield of Faith, you have a +2 to your AC.
Nice.
Oh, that makes me feel better. As he casts Bigsby hand right, like on the precipice of the cliff, and walks onto it.
Cool.
Okay.
Fuck yeah, that's
Immediately, the Stoneheart Vanguard immediately runs to jump on each of the fingers.
Sure. Yeah, it's a large, very large hand.
I don't know if everybody can fit on it, right?
Rule of cool, I'm gonna allow it.
Hell yeah.
Did that shield of faith affect everybody or just one person?
Just Aslan.
Okay, I
He has
didn't.
he
I
has
wasn't
a-
sure if I heard Aslan's name or not.
He's got a sweet ass red, fiery spectral shield.
Cool.
That's fucking
Oh,
awesome.
that's badass. Yeah. So I'm gonna leave Penelope behind, and I'll jump and just sort of like hang off the wrist like a guy hanging out of a helicopter, you know?
Okay. All right, Raven, what are you doing?
Hold on.
I'm
Sorry.
jumping on.
Okay.
With the rule of cool, can my cigar just be lit even though we're in the middle of a blizzard?
Yeah, as you hop on and grab your wrist, you
He should swipe it along the torch.
Oh,
as he's
yeah,
coming out.
I was gonna do something similar to that. As you're falling to grab onto the wrist of the hand, you jump right next to Dahlia and you drag your cigar against the flame tongue blade and put it in your mouth.
Cool.
I blow perfect O. And then
Okay, everybody is on the hand. Aslan, describe it forward.
Yeah, the hand just starts to slowly glide as then like a speedy elevator just as it goes down. The hand is very muscular looking with a strength of 26.
I wonder what his pinky finger looks like.
All right. At
It
this,
also readies a finger if anybody would like to fly off of it, like flick them.
okay.
Oh, it's
At
hard.
this moment, I want to take a quick break because I need everybody to hop and roll 20.
You did
Cool.
a thing.
Prepare your buttholes. We're going in, people.
Am I in already?
Yes. As the hand starts to go lower and lower, people having to shield their face from icicles just crashing into their face. It eventually starts to get hot. So hot. And it gets noxious. It's hard to breathe. You get dropping lower and lower and lower onto this flat platform crater with pungent acidic lakes to your sides. And wherever that roaring came from, it's no longer here.
That's oh.
And we're going to press pause on the narrative till everybody's in. Okay. Evan,
How
if you
about we
wouldn't
all
mind,
figure our ADHD out?
feel free to change the music if you like. I just wanted that for the particular scene. Okay. All right, guys. As the hand drops you, the spell dispels, and you guys are all on this kind of green outcropping. It's definitely solid rock, some type of basalt or some type of highly heated part of the core. That's glowing green because of some what seems to be acid pools that are around you, and I'll show you here. I'll reveal more of the area. There are some
Oh,
acid pools
Christ.
all around you.
Jesus Christ.
Oh,
Don't
yeah.
fall in one. Do not fall in one.
Now,
Ignore the red circles.
it is deadly quiet. This is definitely where you heard the roar come from. What do you guys do? You see that the Stoneheart Vanguard is just keeping a defensive posture and just kind of preparing themselves for anything. What do you guys do?
I'm gonna pull out 3 bows with 2 of them being my explosive what's it called? Ball-bearing arrow tips, with 2 of them being that.
Cool.
And she's just gonna be holding her action and just slowly scanning her surroundings.
Aslan, what do you do?
Everybody saws the inspiration, correct? And the hero feast effect.
Yes.
We'll say yes.
Okay.
Well, it
Aslan,
technically lasts for 24 hours, so if
Well,
we're fighting this...
The added bardic inspiration from eating that.
Oh.
We'll say for rule of cool that effect will be ending soon.
Okay. Yeah, he just prepares himself. Not really any spells in particular. He just kind of he hides behind everybody else, and then just waits.
Okay, Colonel Cain Maxwell.
I will look down to Gladdek and Gladdek, and just say, you and me, and I just sort of just start kind of taking deep breaths, and I'll pull out a small pouch of smelling salts on my waist, and just kind of take a whiff, and just kind of, oh! And I just get myself ready to go and pull my axe out and walk towards the front of the group here.
Dahlia, with your flame tongue axe already activated, what do you do?
All right, so we're not in any kind of initiative right now, right?
We're preparing.
Not at the moment.
All right, who's right here?
Me.
Okay. Dahlia's gonna go into a rage,
Okay.
and she's gonna move with Colonel Cain Maxwell.
I do want to let you know if you go into a rage at the end of the round, it will end if you don't take any damage or attack.
And she'll hold off on rage until we find whatever it is down here.
Okay, cool. All right. Gladdek.
In response to Cain, he'll kind of stamp his warhammer, kind of bang his shield as he kind of moves up as well.
Yes.
Okay. Raven, anything you want to do to prepare for this?
I'm gonna. Do I smell the air a little bit?
Give me a perception check.
Perception.
Discord crashing casually. Don't mind me.
Okay. It's so hard to smell anything other than sulfur. It smells like as far as off of smell, no. However, as you fly out as far as you're willing, you're able to see some things floating out on your left and right. There are two crystals that seem to be floating up and down, like above the acid pits.
Okay, I head to the purple one.
Okay, they're both purple.
Oh,
Which one?
The left one.
Okay.
Sorry, I wasn't zoomed out all the way.
So this one? Hold on. This one?
This one. This one.
Okay. So you fly out. How are you wanting to inspect this thing? Are you just wanting to see what it is, or are you wanting to do Arcana? Like how are you wanting to inspect it?
I'm going to pretty much. I'm just gonna go up to it with an Arcana check.
Okay. All right.
Oh fuck, 12.
Okay. It's not hard to see. You may not be able to tell what this does, but it definitely seems to have some type of magical aura that's emanating from it.
Okay.
It can't be anything good.
No. Okay.
Watch her become a crystal. We're like, oh shit.
I'm gonna cast detect magic on it.
Okay.
Oh, that'll do it.
Smart.
All right. Make sure you mark down your spell.
How do I do that?
Hit cast.
Okay.
You cast detect magic. You sense abjuration magic from both of these crystals. Abjuration kind of is usually focused around shields of some kind.
Okay. All right. I head back to the group and tell them. What are you doing? So these crystals are holding magic and abjuration type of magic of some sorts. That's all I could gather from them. But there's two of them, one in each pit that's closest to us.
Okay.
Kane takes it in and nods.
Tar,
Tar not. Oh yes.
what would you like to do now hearing this newfound information?
She's still gonna hold her 3 arrows as. It's an aberration though. They're she said it was powered by an aberration.
Abjuration.
Abjuration magic is emanating from it.
Can I roll a history check on what I know about aberration? Just by
I'm
passing.
I'm gonna say that you guys are experienced enough as adventurers that you would know the different schools of magic. Abjuration is mostly focused around shields, fortifying defenses, and whatnot.
Using the hand that's holding the arrows, she'll grip the bow with the 3 arrows and let go of slowly let go of the string as she signs. We might need to destroy those before she pulls back her arrows and holds her action.
Yezreel, as the leader of the group, what do you do?
Israel will tighten down the straps for his blades, and giving a nice test. You got one arm at a time, kind of like punching the air. Ejects the blades out and moves up with the group.
It's so interesting. This fighting style has changed. What you're going to have to adapt to it.
Right.
It's almost as if you're going for an unarmed strike and then the blade is released at the last second.
Cool.
It takes some getting used to, but you can feel yourself getting attuned to this very quickly. Now, after everybody has had a chance to move, you see some bubbling in the distance. The further acid pool is starting to bubble furiously as you see a dragon head spout out from the depths
Christ!
and shoot out purple flame as the head of a ancient black dragon
Oh my
pops
Oh.
itself
God.
out from the depths.
I fire.
As 3 dragon whelps start flying up ahead and start barreling themselves towards you as the head of the dragon starts whelping back and forth. Give me your attack rolls. I'll let you shoot them at the ancient dragon.
Oh, look at the move.
Let's see here.
Oh, I like that they move.
Oh, we gotta put Evan.
Evan's having a hard time.
17, 26, 26.
Okay.
Can I use my inspiration to add a dice to that 17?
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah. Yep.
What do I roll?
It's a. Evan, was your inspiration a D8 or a D10?
The D10.
Okay.
Cool.
Is your computer having a hard time there, friend?
It's been fucking up for a long time. I'm really over it.
If you
21.
Want,
Okay. Unfortunately, that one misses with the inspiration, but the other 2 do hit.
Perfect. I'm probably guessing it doesn't need to do the DC check since, the ball bearings don't act as well. Actually, it doesn't need to do DC checks for damage. Can you have it roll its dexterity check?
Yes. Let me pull out my dice.
Yeah.
DC dex 14.
Okay, that
Plus
is
1,000.
that is 15. Well, actually 16 and a natural. Oh, no, I didn't need to roll. Wait, I did need to roll a second time. He fails the second, passes the first.
Okay. So let me roll the damage. That's going to be 7, then 8, and then let me add the fire damage. Let's see here. It's going to be 2d6. Okay, so the first one he'll take half damage from the 7 fire damage, but he'll take the full 11 fire damage from the second one.
Okay, so what's the total?
So 17. That's 3. That'd be 20. 31 damage in total.
Okay.
As she lets all 3 go without hesitation.
Cool.
Hold on, let me take notes of this. All right. In the Discord chat, I'm gonna post what this dragon looks like.
Scurry.
This
Oh,
dragon,
damn.
if you were to see its full form, stands about 70 feet tall.
Holy shit.
That's a big
shit.
motherfucker.
70
Damn,
feet
boy.
tall?
This is an ancient black shadow dragon.
Black Shadow Dragon.
Oh, hey,
Oh,
look, a
shit.
task list.
All right, guys. I need some initiative rolls.
I have
Aye,
advantage.
Captain.
Good, because I rolled a 1.
Don't call it out. I will ask for it in a moment. Sorry, I have to roll for 5 people. 1 second.
Okay. At least you have to roll for each head of Tiamat.
DM's is like, please, here, take this other adventuring party so that you might have a chance with the ancient black dragon.
This is gonna become a very sad session. Where are half our friends? They're melted!
Yeah, dude.
That puddle, that's someone's corpse there. That mechanism is just a armor melded into a body.
Yeah,
Alright.
like. Sorry.
Sorry, 25 to 20.
Oof.
Okay,
Okay.
Stone is at 22.
Tomo.
Kitty cat. 20 to 15.
19.
Jeez, guys. Okay. We've got Remos at 16. We got the Ancient Black Dragon at 15. And then we've got his 3 whelps at 15 to 10.
14.
Gladdek at 14 as well.
What's your deaths is?
+3.
+1, so
Okay. We've
Tarzan.
got Cain, Gladdek.
Whoops.
What is Tar at?
10.
Okay.
Raven's at 12.
Okay. So we've got Cain, Gladdek, the Black Dragon whelps,
And then
Raven,
then Tar.
You
Tar.
feeling it, Gladdek?
Then we've got thing here.
I'm digging it, Mr. Krabs.
Yeah, I like this.
Hell yeah.
10 to 5.
Yeah, you got
I got
5.
a 7.
Damn, we got some low rolls for the party tonight.
Yep.
Yeah, and I have advantage too. I rolled a 4 and then a 5.
Damn.
Just in case I crash again, here's the link, so maybe somebody else can do it.
Yeah, I'll
If you-
pick it up.
Oh, okay.
All right. We've got a large initiative list. So everybody, if you wouldn't mind, have your turn ready before it comes.
Right.
I'm not going to implement a counter for your turn because I think that's a dick DM move to do, but just try to have your turn ready.
Fair enough.
Okay. So, as we start off this encounter, let's see here. Oh, that's the wrong thing. All 3 of the whelps are going to separate. One is going to fly by this crystal. One is going to fly by this crystal.
They're
And-
animated.
And
So
this
cool.
this one's gonna fly right next to the group. And then we will start off with Stone. Let me make sure what Stone is able to do. Stone is going to hold his action in case of one of the nearby party members is attacked within 5 feet. And pass his turn. He will strike twice to the person that's attacking. Next in line is Yezreel. What do you do?
Let's see. Yezreel will cast Shadow Clone. It
Oh,
pretty much
shit.
creates a clone of himself with a 10 HP that
This is
can
the
pretty much
thing we
use.
haven't tested that much. Just throwing it out there.
I'm allowing it.
Okay.
For the
Uh,
purposes of this, I'm going to have your Shadow Clone act on your turn.
Okay. Yeah. And let's see. He has as a to make cantrip spells and small like weapon attacks.
Okay.
So
That's your action.
Okay.
What else do you do?
As my bonus action, let me see.
If you wouldn't mind, go on the brush tool on your toolbar and draw like a little shape so we have indication of where that shadow clone is.
Rush to where did that go?
Well, it'll be able to move, so it might be better to generate another token.
Okay, 1 second. I'll pull one in.
Make it like a cat or something.
Okay. All right, I'm making it so I can control it and you can control it.
Okay,
This cat is yours to control.
sounds good.
Meow.
All right, then I am going to. That will be my turn
Okay.
with that.
All right. Next up. Oh, do you have anything for your
Oh.
shadow clone to do?
Yeah, the shadow clone will attack the dragon.
Okay. Can you highlight which one you're attacking?
Yeah, it'll be that one. Oh,
Just hit Control Z
Okay.
and then go back to your cursor tool. Yeah.
okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'll do that one.
Go ahead and give me an attack.
Okay. Let me double check his attacks. Okay, so it's just a regular attack from one of my weapons.
You may have to throw your dagger if that,
Oh.
because he may not be in striking distance.
Okay. Alright, so yeah, it'll be a 28
That hits.
Nice.
throw. Perfect. And then he will damage. 9.
Okay. All right. Is that it for your turn?
Seeing if it has a bonus action real quick. Does not look like it. Yeah, that'll be my turn.
Okay. Next up, we've got Remos with the ancient black dragon on deck.
Oh Christ.
Okay, let me pull up Remos' sheet. He is going to. Let's see. All right, so Remos is going to attack the same dragon that was targeted by Yezreel, and he's going to cast Harm at 6th level.
Oh shit.
Nothing like wishing harm on a motherfucker.
This dragon needs to make a Constitution saving throw, and he fails, so he's going to take 14d6.
Jesus Christ.
I'm just going to use John Zoo's thing here. Lots of clicking. Takes 61 damage.
Holy
Look. Jesus.
Oh god.
This dragon
Jesus.
it starts wailing in pain and agony, and even though it's assailing you, it's hard not to feel bad for this creature as it starts writhing and starts contorting its body to where it can't move anymore, and it sinks into the acid pit.
Cool.
This guy's gone.
Oh, wow. Cool.
Oh. Nice.
Thank heavens.
And then Remos ends his turn. Let's see, now it's Ancient Black Dragon's turn. The Ancient Black Dragon is going to submerge himself
Oh.
and hold his action. Oh, Jesus, I didn't mean to do that. Okay. For all intents and purposes, let's see here. He is. Can you guys see the dragon, big boy?
No.
No.
Nope.
Okay, good.
Oh no.
Okay,
Oh,
all right. That was the ancient black dragon's turn. Next up, we've got Cain with Gladdek on deck.
Okay, I'm going to. Let's see here. I'm going to move right here, and then let's see here. I'm going to hold. Actually, I'm going to use my bonus action to rage, and then I will hold my attack action with my dragon's tail. If anything comes within 10 feet of me, make my 2 attacks.
Okay. All right. Now that you've held your turn, let's see here. We've got Gladdek on deck with the black dragon whelps on deck.
Gladdek's going to move up as well and hold his action until something's within range.
Okay. All right. Now we've got the black dragon whelps. They're going to forego their actions to start breathing fire directly down into the fallen area in the pool. You see that this guy is back up.
Oh,
He
shit.
emerges from the acid, starts screaming the same cry and roar that he was feeling before. Seems like he's still very much hurt, but he's back up.
Okay.
That was both of their actions. All right, Raven, your turn with Tar on deck.
Okay. Ooh, I need to scoot in so I can. Ooh, shit. I'm going to move I'm gonna fly over this pit to get close to my. Ooh. One more square over, fly over the pit to get to this one. To cast poison spray. And
Is there a con save with that? Oh, I'm doing a thing.
All right. Sorry, I was muted for that almost that whole thing. Okay. Raven is going to cast poison spray. And immediately the dragon whelp kind of looks confused as its face is sprayed with poison. And completely taken off guard, takes the damage in full, 21 points to be precise.
Wow.
Luckily for you, these black dragons are immune to acid damage specifically, not poison.
Nice.
Describe to me how your spell comes out.
As I'm flying, the closer I get to it, it just starts coming out and spewing this disgusting green color going right to its eyeballs.
It starts writhing in agony as the poison starts eating away at its flesh. Now, Tar, as you see the poison eating away and the other black dragon wormling is rising up from the acid, what do you do?
Sorry, I was muted. How heavy do these baby dragons seem?
They don't seem very big. Maybe roughly as tall as you and as long as you.
Perfect. She's gonna grab her grappling hook arrow as she wraps
nice.
the rope around her left hand. she fires the arrow at, and she's gonna fire 2 of them actually, with 1 single normal arrow at this one.
Okay. Are you using a maneuver to do this, or is that's just a grappling arrow?
It's just my grappling arrow.
You can try. Oh, never mind. Never mind. I just had a cool idea.
Does 19 and 18 hit?
Barely.
Yes. And I bet 24 hits too, right?
Yes. AC is 17.
Fantastic. Let me roll damage real quick. That's 3. That's 9. So that's 12. That's 20 damage. As it hits, I'm going to use my action surge. As she throws the bow on her shoulder, she her hand grips the rope where the rope's wrapped around her forearm. As she grabs the other one, and she uses all of her 21 strength to swing this dragon at the one in the pit under that's trying to get out.
Okay. I'm going to have you do an athletics check versus my athletics or acrobatics. I'm going to treat this like a grapple.
Aye, aye, Captain. 26.
Wow.
I don't beat that.
Wow.
Wait, you didn't beat it?
No. Describe to me how this happens.
You guys just see
Cool.
as the 3 arrows go slamming into the dragon's neck. Her left arm that already has the 2 ropes wrapped around her forearm, she kind of wraps her arm around it one more time before grabbing it. Her other hand grabs, her right hand grabs it as she just puts it over her shoulder and then just pulls as hard as she can, bringing it straight down on top of its sibling that's trying to get out of the pool.
Okay. They smack into each other, and they both dip their toes into the acid as they both flap up furiously, trying to flap their wings, but they keep hitting each other and they flail. They're both able to steady themselves, but you have successfully crowd controlled. Good job.
Hell yeah! And Tar's gonna hold on to that rope with one of her arms, basically, while they're still there.
Okay. All right. Next up in line is Tar, and then we have a field hazard coming. Okay. So, Jonzu just kind of looks back and forth, trying to focus himself. And he starts flipping furiously through his notebooks and standing like firmly behind Stone, just trying to flip. And he looks closely at the crystals. Everybody, I think if we take out those crystals, we'll be safe, at least from the small ones. And he ends his turn. That was his action. Okay, field hazard is coming. Let me. Sorry, I gotta do things. Where? The ancient black dragon roars as acid is splashed up. He sends his breath weapon down into the acid pool, and it sends waves of acid flowing towards the field.
Oh, shit.
Everybody made dexterity saving throws.
Oh shit. Okay, I have advantage.
Actually, everyone except Raven. You're able to fly up out of the way.
Okay.
Oh god.
I have advantage.
Haha! 20.
Okay.
Damn it, that advantage did nothing for me.
Did
I'm gonna
shit.
use my inspiration.
It's 14 for Gladdek.
D10, right?
Yes.
E10. Yes, don't forget your inspirations.
That's a 4 for Dahlia.
I
Oh,
rolled a 6, but with my reliable talent, I got a 20.
13.
Does that mean I moved out of the way
Yeah,
here?
see, your
You
dice
just
had
flew
no
up.
favors for you either.
Flew up from where I'm at.
Well, you don't need to move your character. You
Okay.
just flew vertically up.
Okay.
The lowest I can roll for dex saves is 20, I just realized.
All right. So who rolled lower than a 15?
Me.
Me.
Gladdek, but I'm going to use Indomitable to reroll.
Nice. Come on, let's see it.
You got this.
For worse, it's okay.
Shit.
Damn.
Damn.
Oh no.
Everybody who rolled lower than a 15 is going to be knocked prone and is going to take some damage.
Oh shit.
Fantastic.
Prone. Fuck.
Everyone who is knocked prone is going to take 8 points of acid damage as you
Okay.
feel your flesh starting to burn as the excess acid is starting to empty itself from the field. Everyone who passed is going to take half of that, which is 4.
Cool.
That just barely took away my temp HP from the Hero's Feast.
Woohoo!
All right.
Oh wait, how much temp HP did we get from that?
7.
7.
And it's healable.
Yeah, so don't get rid of it. Just keep in mind that you still have that because that counts as max HP for the Hero's Feast. So however you want to document that,
Yeah,
Okay. Next up, after the field hazard, we've got Aslan and then Dahlia on deck.
Oh, it's my turn. Let me double check my range here. Yes. So Aslan is going to move up 10 feet to there, and reluctantly, having very little damage spells, uses the Eye of Vecna and casts Disintegrate on the crystal.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Oh, you slick, Rick.
Cool.
Before you do,
Mhm.
give me an intelligence saving throw at disadvantage.
Oh.
Oh.
16.
Okay. So, you're able to tap into the eye's power. However, you start to feel that same laugh that was just in the back of your mind is now in the forefront of your mind. You're too weak on your own. I can give you some of my power. Why don't you let me take care of this dragon?
You're not gonna harm my friends, are you?
Well, you're the one who wants to use the power, don't you? Are you prepared to accept the consequences of your actions?
He kind of looks at Tar, and then again at Colonel Cain. Yes.
Okay. For all, I need you to hop in DM secrets, please.
Oh shit.
Okay.
Oh,
I
shit.
gotta leave.
Dahlia, if you don't mind taking up the music, please.
Yeah, I got you.
Oh boy.
Aslan
Vecna,
full on has Sukuna inside of him.
Oh,
Sukuna.
sticking up. Sticking up.
Wow. What
We're
a
gonna.
world.
Oh my god, we're about to have to deal with dragons and
A elephant.
Sukuna vessel elephant.
To be honest, if I were to make a guess, I don't know if Tucker is this soon going to like let it go off the rails. This soon into the Vecna storyline. You know what I'm saying? It just wouldn't make sense. Like, I don't know. We'll see what he does. We'll see what he does.
Everybody can hear the music, right?
Yeah.
Cool.
Damn, I cannot spell sometimes.
See, being knocked prone, I'm so limited on what I can do. I don't know what I'm gonna do when my turn.
What? Dahlia's used to being on her back. I mean, what?
Oh my god.
One thing that I realized that I put in my inventory when I first created this character. Oh, I have a potion of acid resistance.
Oh,
Oh.
Yeah.
perfect. Take that shit.
I actually have 2, it looks like.
Glug glug glug.
Yeah,
Alright, let's just take a. Actually, let's see here. Aslan, you're able to successfully cast your disintegration ray. Which one were you targeting?
I'm gonna target the crystal that nobody's around now. So it says that it's a dex saving throw. I guess it fails because it's just a crystal.
It automatically fails because it's a structure.
Plus, the
Okay.
structure just do a backflip. What the fuck?
10d6 plus 40. 78 damage.
Wow.
Okay. Describe to me how disintegration ray is cast through your perspective.
Ooh,
There's
yeah.
like the cracks on Aslan's skin where the lava run through. There's almost like a purple, like shoot of light that comes right out of the corner of his eye, and then runs down his arm, spiraling around, as he points out the singular finger. Disappear.
Oh, I didn't.
Okay.
All right. So you shoot out the disintegration ray, and it immediately shatters the crystal, and you hear a deafening roar from all three dragons. I need everybody to make a Constitution saving throw.
Christ.
Oh God.
Oh, thank the gods.
I'm proficient.
23.
Will that save you still? Nope, it did not.
Anyone under 13, let me know.
Me.
Oh, my first nat
Oh,
20.
13. Oh, it's 9. Damn it.
Gladdek got a 12.
Poor Gladdek.
Oh, damn it,
So-
dude!
We've got Yezreel, Raven, and Gladdek. Anyone else?
Nope.
All right. You all are considered deafened for this round.
Oh, what does that mean?
You cannot hear.
Shit.
Any perception based off of hearing is not usable. You can still make perception checks based off of sound and smell. You just cannot hear, as well as any conversations had between party members is not heard by these three members.
Gotcha.
Oh.
There's a ringing in your ears that's blurring out everything, from the roars and echoes reverberating through your bleeding eardrums.
Would
Ouch.
this still apply if Tar was to speak to us?
No.
No, because we hear it.
Because
in
she
our
doesn't
minds.
hear it. It's in the mind.
Interesting.
Haha.
You can definitely try.
Uh-huh.
Okay. We've got Dahlia and then Stone on deck.
Can I continue my turn?
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to pass over you. Please.
Oh, you're
After
good.
you destroy the crystal, what do you do?
He's gonna move forward 15, 20, 25. Diagonal move 30.
Are you flying?
No, he's just walking. He's kind of jutting around that corner there. You see, as Aslan walks by, there's some tears going down his face. As you see him prepare to do Healing Word as a bonus action, before deciding not to and ending his turn.
Oh shit!
Oh, shit.
shit!
Okay. All right. As that tear goes down, Aslan, all you can do is have a shit-eating grin on your face.
Oh yeah, biggest as Sakuna.
Now, we've got Dahlia with Stone on deck.
Okay. Since we were knocked prone, Dahlia is gonna use her action to get up, and then she's going
Just
to...
half your movement.
It's
Half
just
your
half your
movement.
movement.
Oh, is it just half movement? Okay,
Yeah.
cool. Tar, you're still hanging onto that rope, right?
Oh yeah.
So Dahlia's gonna go into a rage, and she's gonna move up next to Tar and grip onto the rope with her and give it as big of a yank as she can.
Cool.
Kintar
Give me Dahlia will already have advantage, so I will give you a +1 to your roll.
You just want me to roll strength?
I want you to roll athletics at advantage with a +1. That's versus mine.
At advantage, it would be 23.
Let me make sure the stats in this Black Dragon Whelp. You barely beat it. Okay, tell me what you do.
So as Tar sees Dahlia walk up next to her and grip onto the rope, and she's kind of like winks at Tar and gives it one good pull, knocking the other two dragons into each other again, trying to move them closer.
Okay. Now, This isn't going to affect the outcome of what you want. I want you to roll a dexterity, just a straight dexterity roll, just to see how well you're able to maneuver this to make it succeed in the way that you want. That may be a
No.
questionable ruling, but that's how I'm going to do it.
That would be a 2.
That's okay. That's okay. What you are able to do, you knock, using this dragon, you're able to knock this one over the party right here, and this one crashes into the rocks below.
Fuck yeah. Dahlia's gonna end her turn there.
Higher roll, you may have been able to get a more accurate pull, but that's where we ended up. Okay.
Awesome.
We've got Stone on deck with Yezreel. I mean, Stone up with Yezreel on deck. So Stone is going to. Let me get my ruler out. Okay.
Stone's gonna throw a stone.
Stone is going to move over this way. And let's see here. Let me make sure how close he is. Okay.
Don, I sent you a message.
Who is this right here?
Me.
Okay, great. Stone is again going to hold his action to defend you if you're attacked.
Ah.
Okay. Next up, we have Yezreel with Remus on deck.
Yezreel is going. So I'm gonna drink a potion of acid resistance.
Dope. I'm going to use that as a bonus action.
As a bonus action. Okay. Dope. And then I am going to attack this dragon with my. I'm gonna do it with my dagger of certain death.
Okay. No healing if you attack. Okay.
14.
Okay, that misses. The dragon's able to swipe your dagger away, and you have to have the grip of a freaking titan to hold on to your dagger.
Oh, sorry. Something that I forgot. Because I'm not sure if you allow, because I already did my action, but my shadow clone's within 5 feet, which gives me. Let's see. Does it give me? Yeah, it gives me advantage with my sneak attack.
Okay, so you'll gain sneak attack if you land the attack, so roll one more time.
Okay.
The dragon smacks your hand out of the way, and what do you do as you try to land your attack?
As he smacks my hand away, I have my other hand bring my other. Oh, damn it! Try to pull up my hidden blade to attack it with my other hand.
Oh shit.
Okay.
But
Remember,
that
this is a
misses.
+2 weapon, so add +2 onto your hit.
That'll be 6 or no, not 6. That'll be 15.
It
Okay.
should already be doing the +2, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay. All right. My bad. Sorry.
Yeah.
Regardless, as you use the momentum of your hand being smacked out to rotate around and shove your wrist into the neck of the dragon, it just uses its side horn to deflect the blade, and it looks at you with a deadly glare.
Bam.
That's unless if you want to move, that's all you can do.
All right. That'll be that turn
Okay.
with Yezreel, and then my shadow clone will attack with just a basic melee attack.
Okay.
Attacker. Come on, come on. Oh, 30.
Yikes!
Jesus
That
Christ.
definitely hits. Roll for damage.
Awesome. All right.
I'm gonna say that your shadow clone doesn't gain your class benefits. It's just another.
Yeah,
Guy.
it just makes us.
Yeah, he just has my basic stats.
Okay.
But with that, since he also could do cantrips, and I have him do a booming blade as well.
Oh
Okay.
shit! Hell yeah!
So there's
that
the 9. 14, so 23.
Okay. So this was the already damaged dragon. The dragon immediately falls dead as it plops down to the ground and starts writhing.
Cool.
Go. And that's the end of the turn.
Okay, 1 second. I forgot to delete this guy. That guy's no longer here. Okay, we've got. All right, so Remos and then the Ancient Black Dragon. Okay, Remos. He's going to. How's everybody's health looking?
Great.
Oh, great.
Yeah, I'm good.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm fine.
Okay.
DM's like, we have to change that then.
yeah.
You all sound a
I mean-
little too optimistic.
Thank God, I'm dying.
You've
so
got
close
a
to dead.
you've got a life domain cleric on your team right now. So
Wow.
all right, so let's
That dragon's gone, right?
no.
No.
He is currently just dead at the moment.
Oh.
At one moment.
All right, we're going to cast Bless at 6th level to hit everybody.
Nice.
Wow. That's a D4
For the next
to-
minute, the first attack roll or saving throw that you do, you add a D4 to it, and that applies to everybody.
Awesome.
Cool.
And then Remos is going to move a little closer to everybody, and that's his turn. With the Ancient Black Dragon on deck, he's going to submerge back into the acid.
Oh Christ. I just noticed there's a third crystal at the bottom of the map.
Okay, that's the Ancient Black Dragon's turn. We've got Cain with Gladdek on deck.
Okay, so which is the one that is not slain of the whelps?
Oh,
right
sorry.
there?
Let me. Sorry. Let's see. Let me. Sorry. Let me.
Yeah, that's the one you want there.
Okay, so I will stand up and then use the rest of my movement to make it right up to this whelp. And as I come raging in, I'll just go for a very strong, confident Phoenix strike. As I just like, I'll just slam it right into the neck of the creature.
Okay. Go ahead and make your attack.
I'll make it Reckless and Great Weapon Master.
Dope. Make sure you -5 from that attack.
Uh-huh. So that's gonna be... Hold, please. Okay, 22 -5, which makes that 18, and then I'll roll the bless for my d4.
22 -5 is 17, which ties AC.
Oh, 17. Okay, alright, then great. That hits.
Yep, ties go to attacker.
Alright, so that's gonna be 26 points of damage.
That's with your +10.
Yes.
Okay. The dragon recoils as it begins to shriek.
Okay, I'll make another attack, a reckless attack, Great Weapon Master.
Doesn't reckless attack only apply to the first attack on the turn?
Is that the case? I'm not sure.
It's both, but it's your call.
When you make your first attack, you can make it giving yourself.
Yeah, you made your first attack, so I'm going to rule it that no.
Yeah. So never mind. So this one's not advantage.
Okay.
So that's just going to be a 10 to hit.
Okay, that misses.
Doesn't hit. All right. So that will be it for me.
Okay, Gladdek with the Black Dragon whelps on deck.
Gladdek is going to stand up and then use the second half of his movement to close in, and he's going to make 3 attacks with his warhammer on it.
Kill, kill, kill.
Okay.
That's a
Smash
nat
it,
20.
boys. Oh!
Dude, kill it!
Okay. So
Dirty.
you can still roll your other attacks if you'd like, but this is likely gonna the first attack is likely gonna take him out.
A 17 to hit,
Pies AC goes to you.
and then a 27 to hit.
Hits. Okay.
Uh,
Remember, crit damage is just double max. So your max damage doubled is the damage.
Gotcha. So the crit does 50 bludgeoning,
Damn.
Okay.
and
you s-
then go ahead.
No. Let's hear your total damage first.
Second one does another 8,
58.
and then 13.
Okay. With a resounding crack, and crack, and crack, as if this dragon is your new anvil.
71,
Oh
damn.
shit.
Dealing, what was it?
71.
71 points of bludgeoning damage. Describe to me how you knocked this fucker out.
So, at this moment, Gladdek can't hear shit. So he can't hear how hard this is hitting.
Oh shit.
So he puts like more force into it than he normally would. So as the first one comes down, it breaks the knee, forcing it to kind of like bow down, putting the head into range, and then just bludgeons the shit out of the head at that point.
Oh shit.
You beat the shit out of it, and you make it sink and crash down onto the floor and fall back into the acid pit. Anything else from your turn?
I think that'll be it for now.
Okay, we got the Black Dragon whelps with Raven on deck. Now, this last dragon is going to use its action to roar out as you see the 2 remaining crystals start to glow, and these other 2 dragon whelps are going to come back.
Oh my god. Wow. Oh fuck. So
Oh, shit.
It's crystals or bust.
Yeah. At least I'm still holding on to one.
Okay,
Or all 3
now-
in one turn.
Right.
Now, both the dragons rise up from the ground, knees still broken, jaw still smashed, and still rope attached. It seems to be coming at you with an enraged vigor. Raven, it's your turn. Ooh.
Yeah.
Ugh. Yikes.
You're welcome.
Ah.
Oh.
I'm gonna go after this crystal and cast
Okay.
Dispel Magic.
Oh shit.
Oh.
There we go, dude. Fuck yeah.
Tell me how this looks when you cast Dispel Magic.
As I see all this happening with the roaring and everything, I quickly come to realize, like, we need to get rid of these quick, and I snap my fingers.
And immediately the magic shuts down and the crystal explodes.
Oh shit.
Nicely done. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Anything
yeah.
for your bonus action or movement?
Da, da, da. Nah.
Okay. Good turn. Okay. We've got Tar with Janzu on deck.
Tar's going to. Is there like a heavy set boulder by Tar at all?
Which highlight your character? There are a couple of small loose stones, maybe not a boulder size.
Is there a.
She wants to tie this rope off.
Are you looking to tie off?
Yeah, so we can keep him basically leashed.
Stone pulls out his arm.
She nods her head as she'll basically wrap the rope to his arm, and
Cool.
she will she'll begin firing at this one.
As you tie off the rope to Stone's wrist, I will not move. I will not yield.
Cool.
She like basically what race is Stone?
Stone is a Goliath.
A Goliath. She basically signs to him, "I trust you. Don't lose the body. Useful." As she grabs her bow and she fires 3 arrows at it.
As you send your fires off, Stone pulls the rope taut and puts his tower shield directly in front of him.
Nice.
Only 1 hits.
Okay.
That's 6 damage plus we were blessed, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
It's a D4 it adds to your hit, not to damage.
Oh, and it won't matter for that one. Alright, she basically fires both off as 2 basically bounce off the scales, but the arrow in the middle goes right into its eye, its pupil.
Cool.
Which one?
The one that we have tied off.
Okay, so that's the one on the left.
Yeah, so its left eye now has an arrow sticking out of it.
Its left eye begins to scream and yell and yell and yell as it falls flat.
Oh. Cool.
Good shit. And then I'm going to let me see here. Bear with me. Just seeing real quick. Nope, I think I'm good at that point. I will end my turn.
Okay. Now, we've got Janzu with the field hazard on deck. Okay. Let's see. Sorry, guys. Hold on.
You're fine.
I didn't have these guys prepared as much as I thought I did. One moment. Jesus. Okay.
How small is Raven?
Yeah.
I'm very tiny.
Don't get eaten.
Like you're not Tinkerbell size, are you?
I.
You should be slightly larger than Tinkerbell, but she can cast enlarge and reduce at will.
Yeah.
Well, that's cool.
Oh, that's cool.
Don't get eaten still.
Anything.
Okay. Janzu begins spinning the dial on his wrist, searching and searching and searching after he puts his notebook away. He presses one as lightning begins to form in his hands, and he throws it out. He's going to cast Chain Lightning.
Shit.
Ooh.
He's got the Omnitrix or something over there.
Right?
All right. But a spell.
Um,
It reminds me from the D&D movie, but on his arm.
Yeah, that's what I took inspiration from. Okay.
The
it's gonna-
Baruto scroll thing.
It's going to bounce between the 2 black dragons, and then the third bolt is just going to go skyrocketing up in the air. These 2 need to make dex saves. 1 passes,
BRB.
and 1 fails. Okay, and that is 10d8.
They're already dead.
Fry him, John! Fry him!
All right, that's 40 damage to both. So both of these whelps are now gonzo. To what you missed, Chain Lightning dealt 40 damage to both. Even with reduced damage, they both go down.
Nice.
That's why they call him Friar John.
stupid.
God damn it.
All right. So that's all of John Zoo's turn. Now it's the field hazard.
Oh my god.
Ancient Black Dragon is going to pop up from the ground. From the acid lake. Is going to put his fire breath into his acid breath into the lake. Is going to cause massive waves to go back up onto the shore. Everybody make dexterity saving throws.
Dexterity.
That's the tar.
We can add a D4 to this.
Shit.
Me too.
Won't matter for me.
It doesn't matter for me.
I
What?
pass.
Me too. Or
Yeah,
do I
everybody
find-
has this, unless if you've used it already.
Well, I
Does-
use it, but
Can
it's
I
still a
add
14.
forward
Does
then?
Raven
Add a
need to-
D4.
Does Raven need to do it?
Oh no, Raven, you're fine. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. My bad.
That would be a 21 for Dahlia.
Anyone under 15.
Oh
Alright.
yes.
So Aslan and Tar. Anyone else?
Gladdek.
Okay.
Dude!
Or Gladdek.
All three of you are gonna take some damage and be knocked prone.
I had to trade all my good rolls for the one nat 20, so I think I'll call it even.
Oh my god.
Okay. Everyone who passed is going to take 7. Everyone who failed takes 13.
With my acid resistance, do I take half of 7?
Yes. So you will take instead 4.
Okay.
What a clutch item to have. Good shit.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Mhm.
All right. That was it for the field hazard. So we'll go to Aslan with Dahlia on deck.
Aslan is going to use half of his movement to get up. And then he's going to move 5, 10, 15 there. And he's going to cast a spell magic on the last crystal.
Dude, yes.
Slick.
Good
Rick.
shit.
Good
Yeah.
shit. All right. So you cast the spell magic.
Disperse.
Ooh.
And it is gone. It drops to the ground and shatters into oblivion.
The same round we took down the whelps.
Looks like the only one trustworthy around here, or at least competent, is Raven.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh, wow.
Anything else from you? Bonus actions?
He is going to use Bardic Inspiration on Raven.
Okay.
Wow.
You have a D10 roll to add to things. It's a one-time use.
And that's his turn.
Okay. Now, with Aslan done, it's Dahlia with Stone on deck.
Let's fucking get this bitch, dude.
Alright, so Dahlia is gonna move her 40 feet. And I am going to yeah, I can hit
You-
that.
You can't
I-
see it.
I can't see it. Shit.
What do you mean we can't see?
Oh, sorry. I meant to. Okay, I didn't call it out, so he's still up. Never mind. You can definitely see it.
Okay. I'm going to huck my javelin at it.
Do it.
God damn it, Dahlia. We have 14.
Did you rage?
Yes.
All right. Let's see. You miss.
At least it's not an important javelin, as it just goes right in the fucking acid pool.
yeah, it just starts dissolving slowly.
Just- As it goes in, it just bubbles a few times. You're like, great! Was that the legendary dragon slaying javelin? Maybe.
It's like, you shot the invisible man?
I think because we're not. Yeah, that's all I got this round.
Okay. We've got Stone with Yezreel on deck. So Stone, now realizing he doesn't need to hold the rope, is going to put that away.
Does he pull the dragon up? She told him to salvage it.
Okay, he will do as told.
Oh, cool. Thank you.
With his strength of 20, it's going to be no problem. He's going to pull the dragon up to his feet. Just out of sight, out of mind as far as combat is concerned. We're going to keep that dragon, say it's just right there. And then we'll say that took his action, and then he will move closer to the front lines, as he is so comfy, and move right here. Yezreel, your turn with Remos on deck.
All right. So I'm gonna use a bonus action for my dash,
Nice.
and I'm going to move right up to here. Then, as my action, I cast Cloud of Daggers
Nice.
on the dragon.
Remind me what that does.
So, Cloud of Daggers, I fill the air with spinning daggers in a cube of 5 feet on each side, centered on a point. Creature takes 4d4 slashing damage when it enters the spell or if it's in it. When you cast the spell using a spell slot 3 or higher. Oh, okay. So yeah, it's a 4d4 when I cast it.
And then at the start of his turn, another 44.
Okay.
It's like Sharknado, but blades.
Yep.
Okay. Roll those damage dice and then tell me how it looks.
Alright. It'll be a 10. So you see Israel sprint past, kind of just jump over the wall of people a little bit. He lands next to who's next to me?
That would be Dahlia.
Alright, as I land next to Dahlia, holding up my hand, you just see a bunch of daggers form around the head of the black dragon, just slicing at its face.
Nice.
Okay. Dope. All right. Is that it for your turn?
Let me double check. Yep, that is Yezreel's turn.
Did you get the damage from the Cloud of Daggers?
I did.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it's in.
Okay.
All right. Let's see.
Then the Shadow Clone. And let me take a look here. The Shadow Clone will move up to over here. And throw a dagger at the dragon.
Okay. Give me an attack roll.
We a 27.
Okay. That hits.
I hope.
7 damage.
Okay. Okay. Dragon is still looking healthy. All right. With Yezreel's turn up, we've got Remos and then Cain on deck. We've got Remos. He's going to.
DM, has the deafen condition ended?
Yes. It only lasted for 1 round. So at the start of your turn, it'll be over. Move here. And then. And then Remos will cast Guardian of Faith on Cain Maxwell, or Colonel Cain Maxwell. If a hostile creature moves within 10 feet of you, it will take 20 damage on a failed save.
Cool.
And that's about... actually, and then he's going to cast Healing Word at first level onto Gladdek. So that will be... You regain 8 HP. It was a Maxwell healing word.
Ooh.
Cool.
Nice.
Okay, and that's it for Remo. So Cain, as you're about to start making your move, you see that nothing happens. There's no roar. There's no crystals vibrating. With that ease and tension gone, take your turn. Cain with Gladdek on deck.
I know what I want to do, but I am trying to remember how the jumping rule works in D&D, like how to determine how far you can jump.
It's based off of your strength. You can jump up to I think it's your 3 times your strength. Let me double check. Hold on.
I'm sorry. I was trying to look up it just now.
All right, so for a long jump, when you make the long jump, you cover a number of feet equal to your strength score. If you move at least 10 feet on foot immediately before the jump,
Perfect.
when you make okay, yeah. So you need to move at least 10 feet, and then you can jump forward equal to your strength modifier. I mean, up to your strength score.
So I will start. I'll like dig my heels into the earth here, and sink in like a half inch before I bolt out into a sprint, and I run to the end of the thing here, and then because my strength score is 20, I will jump 20 feet, exactly what I needed, on top of the dragon.
Okay.
Do you want me to make a roll for that?
Describe to me how it happens, and Rule of Cool says you land on the dragon's back.
Oh, well, in mid-flight, mid-jump, I will pull out my whip and crack it, and as I land, I'm going to try and take a page out of Tar's book and wrap my whip around its neck to try and pull it closer over to the ground there.
Okay. You try your best. This dragon is so strong. You end up pulling yourself closer to it. You end up securing your spot.
Shit.
The idea was there. You are now latched onto the dragon's back. What do you do?
Well, I was going to try to use my action for that, but if I did a little redo, then that's fine. I will take that gladly. I will instead make a reckless attack, Great Weapon Master, on this dude here.
Okay. Give me an attack.
Fuck me, dude. It doesn't hit. I'll make another attack. I'm gonna spend a superiority dice to make a precision attack to give me advantage. Jesus Christ!
Oh my God!
Wow.
So I guess like whipping the chain around the dragon's neck, kind of just expecting to be able to do that. Failing just really got to my like sense of confidence in the moment, and my hits are just like not able to land correctly as I sort of scramble to stay on top of the fucking dragon.
Yeah, as far as your stance is concerned, you cannot keep a solid stance. With acid still dripping from the scales, it's very slick. And your foot slips each time you try to strike, but you are on there, secured.
Shit.
Okay.
Alright.
Gladdek with let's see, with the ancient black dragon up on deck. I crossed out the wrong thing on the initiative, so I'm just gonna have it take place.
All right. Gladdek's going to move up. Dragon's still plenty out of range, though. So he's going to cast Shield of Faith again, but this time moving it from Aslan over to Cain Maxwell. So
Oh,
the
thank you.
spectral flame shield dissipates from Aslan and moves over to Cain, giving you a +2 to AC.
Recognizing this magic, I just turn to you instinctually and give you a nod as I struggle to hang on to the slippery fucker.
Okay. I'm going to have the ancient black dragon take its turn now. Originally, it's supposed to happen after Remos. That's my bad. That'll take place next round. Ancient
Take,
black. What was that?
I was saying because it's starting its turn in the Cloud of Daggers, he takes another 4d4 damage.
Okay, roll some damage.
That's
Does that mean
B11.
I also take this damage by chance?
You were in the cloud of daggers.
Damn it.
Ooh.
Stupid.
It's just
Yeah.
yeah.
Stupid.
He's all hanging there, he's just getting cut. Guys! Guys!
yeah, that's 11.
Okay.
It's halved because I'm raging.
Oh, okay.
But the good news is it's only when you enter it. Once you're in it,
Yeah, if you
You don't-
enter or start your turn, and it only lasts 1 minute, so.
Gotcha.
Okay. Ancient black dragon's going to take its turn.
Watch
It
nose dive.
flaps its wings up and up, and it's going to use its breath weapon attack on everybody on this island.
Except for me.
Except for Cain, everybody is in line of sight of this.
Oh shit.
Everybody make a dex save of 22.
Holy shit.
I can finally
Don't fail me now, don't fail me now.
I don't think anyone is.
Oh!
Holy
Thank-
shit.
26.
I had to
Come on, come on.
even rolling a
Oh,
nat
no
20. I wasn't
No.
gonna hit a 22.
Oh,
Even
fuck.
with my +4 finally that I
Damn, crit fail.
Ladies and
Thank
gentlemen,
God for my +10.
here comes the pain.
Okay, so everyone fails except Yezreel.
Fuck.
Who also is resistant, so he's not gonna take
Yeah.
any of this.
Oh yeah, did you roll, Yezreel? Did you roll for your shadow clone?
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Oh, that means
It
it's
would-
dropping no matter what, even if it saves. Because it only has
Yeah,
10
pretty
health, right?
much.
Yeah.
That'd be a 20, yeah, so. Because
Alright,
the Shadow
then.
Clone only has 10 health.
Rather than rolling 15d8, I'm going to take the average damage. Everyone except Yezreel is going to take 67 acid damage.
Oh, that hurts.
Oh.
Damn.
66, you said? 67?
67.
Yeah, I'm almost dead.
Okay, Yezreel, let me do your math real quick.
Okay.
So it's 33 halved. 33 halved is.
Jesus.
Um,
Christ.
Yezreel, you take 17 points of damage.
Okay.
You roadie motherfucker.
God, that hurt.
Ooh.
Okay.
So
After...
that's 17 with like the resistance and passing the deck save?
Yes.
Oh, damn.
Okay.
Oh.
It's going to use a legendary action to then use Frightful Presence. Every person
Oh, shit.
within 120-foot radius needs to succeed a 19 Wisdom saving throw.
Which we don't have to roll because of Hero's Feast.
He lets loose a powerful roar. Cain, it's hard to maintain your grip on the chain. And as soon as all of you begin to cower in fear, almost like a golden chalice appears in front of yourselves. As it blocks and shatters, everyone is free of this fright.
Except
I-
for the
other
Stoneheart
party.
asshats.
Yeah.
And I need a roll. You said it was con?
It is a wisdom
No,
save.
Okay.
we
She
ate the
didn't
Hero's Feast.
participate.
Oh,
Yeah,
That
she
shit
doesn't
did.
eat.
I
I thought
remember
that
she
was-
took
No,
the
no,
plate,
no, no,
walked
no,
off, and
no.
ate it.
You walked off. No, you're good. You're good. You walked
Oh,
off.
yeah,
you
okay.
can
by the
plate.
forge.
I still pass, but Roger.
Okay. Stone passes. Remos fails with a nat 1.
Ooh.
and Janzu ties, but ties go to attacker, so fails.
Oh, sure, okay.
Okay. All right. Now, so everyone passes except Remos and Janzu, who begin cowering. Now, that's it for Dragon's turn. He's going to use his movement to go into the acid.
Oh, fuck.
Oh shit, Maxwell!
I was scared of this.
He's nosediving, guys.
Uh-oh.
Hey.
Fuck.
Ride that shield back to shore, baby.
Yeah, I think that's how it works.
Yeah, absolutely.
This was not, guys. I thought I was going to do something cool and pull the dragon over. I didn't realize it would just not work.
And now you're about to take a full naked swim in some bodies of acid with a dragon underneath.
Oh, boy.
Okay, so how this is going to work, Cain, so you're going to take initial damage from this.
Wait,
Okay.
As a reaction, I'm not sure if this will work. I can cast Featherfall on anybody within 60 feet with me. Is Maxwell within 60 feet?
Yes.
But isn't he attached to the dragon?
Read me the text.
Choose up to 5 falling creatures within range. A falling creature's rate of descent slows to 60 feet per round until the spell ends. If the creature lands before the spell ends, it takes no falling damage and can land on its feet. So at the very least,
I'm going to allow this. However, with the precursor, you're not going to take the initial damage from falling, but you will on your next turn by the time you hit the acid.
Yeah, I'll land in the acid my next turn, basically.
Okay. Yezreel, describe to me how you give Cain a second chance before he hits the acid pit.
As I watch the dragon start to dive in, I reach out my hands as you see this light blue aura glow around my hands and around Cain as he's pulled away from the dragon as it's diving at his fall, and he slowly starts to fall down to the
Cain,
acid.
Cain, the initial fright of diving deep into this acid pool is held slightly by your slow descent to doom.
You've only delayed the inevitable.
He's just screaming the whole time as he's falling.
All right, Raven, you're up with Tar on deck.
Okay. Hold, please.
Music.
Shit ball.
the music.
I'm working on
Oh wait.
You dumb bitch.
Oh shit.
Okay, so
I'm working on it. I was distracted.
no. Okay.
Are you trying to get closer?
Yeah, I'm just.
You can
gonna-
use your action to dash to move double your movement speed, but it takes your action.
Yeah, I'm just gonna dash then. I'm gonna dash. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we go. Okay.
So that's your normal movement speed.
Oh. 7, 8, 9, 10. 11.
Do I still have Shield of Faith on me?
Wait,
You do.
Indeed.
there we go. Okay.
Okay.
Well, shit. Actually,
So as you are drenched with acid, and so is the rest of your party, you see Cain is starting to slowly descend into acid. You fly as fast as your small wings will let you, and try to get as close to Cain as you can. Okay. Is there anything for your bonus action you can do?
Not really. No.
Okay. Great. All right. We've got Tar with Janzu on deck.
Tar is just standing there, like shaking almost, as almost all of the soft clothes underneath her armor has basically melted off, and her mechanized body underneath is now exposed. She is going to run as fast as she can, seeing him falling. Let me see here. I can move K. Right. She's gonna come.
Are we talking like Forrest Gump run, like bits and pieces of articles of your clothing are like
Being
falling
torn
off
off.
Yes.
to show
Oh my
your
gosh.
mechanics underneath?
Yeah, like she is like right now. She's not worried about what she is. She's worried about her friend. As she runs, at the last 5 feet, she slides as she fires her 2 last grappling arrows straight at. She's aiming for his leg to not be like.
I'm raging. It's okay.
All right.
This is cool. It's like you're.
So you
you're
can call this a
attacking-
non-lethal.
Non-lethal. Okay, 22 hits.
Okay.
Gonna roll damage. Set to share. Oof. 10 damage. As the arrow.
Reduce to 5.
Yeah, reduce to 5. Maxwell, as you're falling slowly and you're feeling that like sphere, you feel something sharp go inside of your left outer thigh before you feel something on the inside expand open.
Oh.
Oh,
It's a grappling hook arrow. As she uses all of her might to grab the rope that's attached to her arm as she just fucking yanks you as hard as she can.
Wow, you guys, you saved me.
oh.
Let me roll athletics or just strength.
I'm gonna have you do athletics, and because it's not being contested, I assume.
Oh.
Yeah, you just roll athletics.
16.
Yeah. Featherfall does not make you light; it makes you fall slowly. So you're still pulling all of the weight of Cain Maxwell. However, you are very strong with your newfound belt, and you pull him with all your might. And Cain, as it gets pulled, you feel writhing agony as the grappling hook is like it succeeds. And Cain, I'm going to make it so when you land, you're going to land prone as you fall and roll onto the ground as the grappling hook is pulled out of your skin. Roll damage again.
Does the grappling hook overwrite the feather fall?
I'm gonna say that the pull, that would overwrite the feather fall, but
Okay,
like
that's
the
fine.
pull
Okay.
would have negated anything
It doesn't
happening
matter.
forward.
It doesn't matter.
She
Um,
walked. Okay.
I want Cain, you're gonna take another 5 damage with the
Great.
grappling hook being pulled out of your skin.
Yeah, she signs, "I'm sorry for this," as she pushes the arrow in you deeper so the expanding parts close before she pulls it out of your thigh.
Oh,
If I wasn't raging, I would feel probably a lot more pain.
Oh yeah, that muscle's tore up. And she just looks at you as steam is coming off of her and more pieces of clothing's falling off, and she just nods before she's going to is there anything else I can do? I don't think so. That she's just gonna stand next to Maxwell, ready.
Okay, Jonzu's turn with the field hazard on deck.
oh Jesus.
Jonzu is still terrified. Let me double check to see.
He can re-roll at the end of his turn.
Can't move willingly closer. Has disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls. Okay, great. Let's see.
Well, I don't even think that applies because the dragon's not in sight.
Mm-hmm.
At least not right now. Yeah, he can move wherever he wants.
Okay. For right now, Jesus. Jonzu is going to cast Major Image in front of the party. In a 20-foot cube, about the size of a 20-foot cube. Let me draw this out. In the front of the party, it's going to appear within this black rectangle that there is a giant ash shield that raises up.
Ooh.
Although it's ethereal, it looks as real can be. A shield emerges in front of the island. Thanks for the heads up. I knew that, but thank you. Let's see. Now that's all Jonzu can do. He's so terrified. That's the best he could do to try to defend his team. We'll go with Field Hazard, then Aslan on deck. Dragon Boy.
Jonzu also saves from frightened at the end of his turn.
Thank you for the reminder. And that's a Constitution. Passes barely. Jonzu is no longer frightened. Okay. Field Hazard. Dragon is going to pop back up, letting loose some fire breath into the acid below. Everybody make a dexterity saving throw.
This bitch. Ah, fuck me.
You can add a d4 from the bless.
Oh. Fuck a duck? Ah, fuck a duck.
Man, I've never been so glad for my DC 10 dex. Or my plus 10.
Right.
Why won't it?
What are you doing?
So I got a dirty 20.
What the heck?
Oh, nice.
Oh, hit the X.
Plus
Click it
my.
again. Hit the D4. Hit roll at the bottom.
For here?
Especially with my
Oh.
reliable talent, making it so.
21.
Okay,
For any-
anyone lower than 15.
Oh, yeah.
14.
So Cain and who else?
Me, Tar.
Gladdek.
Okay. Cain,
Damn.
Cain, Gladdek, and Tar. I know Cain, you're already prone. Gladdek and Tar, you're going to be knocked prone and take full damage.
This bitch.
Okay, so everybody who succeeded is going to take 7. Everyone who failed takes 13.
I'm in danger.
Yeah, Dahlia's getting a little low on the totem pole.
Your scales are starting to come off a little,
Yeah.
fried crispy flakes coming off.
She looks like she has dandruff right now.
Yezreel's looking a little chemical burned, but.
Right now,
My-
Tar is
My wings are fried.
looks like a mechanical being covered in armor with steam coming off.
Okay, guys. Now, it's Aslan with Dahlia on deck.
Jesus.
Aslan's going to look at the creature and cast Mass Suggestion.
Oh.
It's out of line of sight.
Yeah,
I can see right in front of us, can't I?
Oh.
It just came
Oh,
back
That
up.
is ethereal.
Oh, I assumed it went back down. My bad.
Okay, guys. You cast Mass Suggestion, and the Ancient Black Dragon is going to use Legendary Resistance.
damn.
Oh.
He has 2 more
Man.
left.
And the
I'm
kind
gonna use my
word.
reaction of silvery barbs to make him reroll that. Or does that not?
No,
does that
I didn't-
not
I
how that
didn't
works?
roll.
Contest. Yeah, he didn't roll.
no.
Okay. Well then, never mind then.
In the kind,
Yeah, that's all I'm gonna do then.
in the kind words of a kind DM, get shit on.
Dahlia with Stone on deck.
Brad, he's out of my reach. There's not a whole lot I can do. Actually, I don't think there's anything that I can do.
You could yell at it.
You can yell.
Yeah, taunt it.
Can I hold my action?
Yeah.
What is your trigger?
If he comes within at least 10 feet of Dahlia.
All right. With Dahlia holding your action, Stone with Yezreel on deck. Stone. let's see. Stone. Going to move 30 feet closer and hold his action in case somebody within 5 feet of him gets attacked. Yezreel's turn with Remos on deck.
Alright. Yezreel is going to cast Cloud of Daggers.
You don't. You
at
shouldn't need to
thir-
unless you
Oh,
canceled it. It's a 10-minute.
It's 1 minute.
And
That's still
1 minute
going.
is
That's
10
still-
rounds.
Oh, it's 10 rounds. Gotcha.
So when it dove and came
Wait,
back
so-
up, it should have taken damage.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
shit. Yeah.
Yeah, roll for damage. My bad.
Okay. That. I thought 1 minute was 1 round.
No.
Let's see here, what's
Yeah,
the-
1 minute in combat can be
Is 6
scary
seconds.
sometimes.
Come on. There we go. It's like 18.
Wow, what a nice roll.
Nice.
However, the dragon is still looking healthy.
Oh.
Sorry, this is going on longer than I
Okay.
expected, guys. Hang in
Dude, this is great.
Alright, let's see. And then Yelzer's gonna hold triggers and B if it comes within 5 feet, he'll make an attack.
Okay. Yezreel, Remos with the Ancient Black Dragon on deck. Remos is still terrified, however, with a burning resolve, with his patron, urging him forward. Bahamut is completely giving his power to Remos at this moment. As you see him, charge up, his dwarfly image is silhouetted by a huge burst of light. Everyone, mass cure wounds at 7th level.
Wow, here we go.
Oh, shit.
So that is 5d8 plus 6 to everyone.
I'm still good though. I'm like at 150. So
Everyone regains 17 HP.
Cool.
nice.
And then he's going to use. Oh, that was his only 7th level spell slot.
Nice, but still looking bad.
And then he's going to use at 4th level is going to use Healing Word to heal Raven. Let me make sure. All right, so that's 3d. Okay, and Raven, you heal for 14, actually 16 more. That's all Ramos can do. He's going to roll for his save and fails again. Terrified. Now, it is Black Dragon's turn. He's going to use his movement to fly around and try to recharge his breath weapon on a 5 or 6. What?
I was saying he started his turn in the Cloud of Daggers.
Yep.
Did he?
Roll for damage.
Awesome.
I'm going to roll this so everyone can see. On a 5 or 6, he regains his breath weapon.
Oh shit.
Oh.
16 damage.
Oh my god.
Okay. 16. Man, that Cloud of Daggers is doing some shit to him.
Yeah.
He's taking almost 60 damage just the Cloud of Daggers.
Let me guess, he's still looking healthy.
Yes.
He just had a little dead scale shaved off.
Yeah.
I was gonna say,
Yeah, I gave the dragon a bit of a
day
trim.
spa. A day spa.
Yeah.
Trim.
Yeah.
Aside from
So-
Tar's arrows at the beginning, Cloud of Daggers is the only thing that's hit him.
All
Yeah.
right, so
Yep.
these 4 that are in this radius, if you held your action to attack, he's within melee range.
Oh shit.
Yep, Tar will instantly attack with,
Like
or
it,
not
or you
Tar.
want to kill them?
Dahlia will instantly
What
attack.
do you want
with
to use
her-
your action with?
Well, no. Do I get a reaction?
Go to your actions. Scroll down. Do you have anything you can do with your reaction? No, the only
No.
reaction you
Okay.
can do is if he makes an attack on you.
Gotcha.
Okay. Is anyone making an attack that held their turn?
Yes, Dahlia is.
So is Yezreel.
Okay. We'll start with Dahlia. Make a roll.
She's gonna swing her great axe. That'd be a 12. I'm assuming that
Cool.
misses.
Yeah, that misses.
She's gonna attack one last. God damn it! 16.
Poor
Okay.
Dahlia.
Misses.
Okay.
Okay,
That
Israel?
one's her turn.
All right. And he's gonna attack. I'm gonna attack with my weapon of certain death.
Stab him in the
Advantage.
face.
With
Oh,
advantage
shit.
because he is
I
near.
forgot to mention this. Because I'm in. You guys are within 5 feet of me of this creature. You guys have advantage on these attacks,
Dahlia, go ahead and roll 2 more times, and then Yezreel, make your attacks at advantage.
which gives you
Okay.
sneak attack.
Yeah. With you guys
Sorry.
also being within 5 feet gives me sneak attack
Oh,
as well.
Still.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yes.
Out of those 2, I got a 26 on one.
Nice.
Okay, 26 hits.
Ah, yeah.
So that's going to do 9.
We're not able to do a bonus action with this, correct?
No, just your
No.
attack. You held your
Just
attack.
the
to do
attack.
it.
Okay.
So that's going to be 13 damage in total.
Okay. With your flame tongue damage as well.
Yes.
And Yezreel.
Let's roll. 16. I am going to use luck to re-roll.
Nice.
Are you using it from your coin?
Yeah.
Okay. You flip your coin up in the air and it shines a glimmer right into the dragon's eye. As you catch it, make your attack roll again.
It always lands on heads.
Ah.
As
Oh.
you catch the coin, it winks at you. Go ahead and roll.
Come
He's
on.
getting
come
lucky
on.
as shit.
23.
There we go.
Okay. Let me tell you what. AC
you
is
just crit?
22.
Oh.
AC is 22. You barely hit. Give me some sneak attack damage, brother.
Alright,
Stab that
me do
bitch
it.
in the vagina.
Who screamed? Holy shit.
Actually, what I do with
That is
this.
Katie.
So, the
I
weapon of certain death
I
with
didn't
the booming
scream.
blade and sneak attack.
Okay.
So
Oh,
let's do
kill him.
just the regular attack. That's 8. And let's go with the. Let's grab that booming blade. Where did it go? There it is. That is 16 right now. And let's roll my 7d6.
Wow.
1d6. 16 plus 26. What is that?
42.
42 damage.
God damn.
Wow.
Okay. Okay.
And now he
calm
can't.
down.
And he can't heal.
Wow.
Nice.
Kill him.
All right.
Shit.
The dragon writhes in pain as it can now take its turn.
Oh shit.
Oh Christ.
Fuck.
Perry panties.
He has advantage on me if he attacks me. 'cause it's
He
like-
sure does.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's like on top of me though.
All right. It's going to. Each creature within 15 feet needs to make a death save of 23
God damn it.
Yeah,
as
me
it
too.
flaps its wings.
Oh shit. Okay.
Fail.
on,
You
come on,
get a
come
D4 on this because of bless.
Failed.
Already used it.
Oh,
Failed.
because of the bless. What does that put me? That puts me at 24. Woo!
Pass.
Wait, do we add the D4
Um,
or no?
you can add the D4, yeah.
Or do you only use it once?
I don't recall, but just add the D4. We'll look it up later.
You can use it once.
Oh, okay. So
yeah.
then it's 17 for me.
Okay. Anyone lower than 15? Anyone lower than 23? Sorry.
Tar.
Oh shit! I need to roll a D4.
Gladdek.
Come on. 23.
Okay. Ties go to attacker.
Oh shit.
Damn.
And the kind of words get shit on.
All right. So, I think everyone except Yezreel takes 17 bludgeoning damage and is knocked prone.
Damn it.
At least he didn't knock us back.
Yezreel, you take 8 damage.
I also haven't halved.
Okay, you take 8 damage as well. Yezreel, you are not knocked prone. Everyone else is.
Dahlia,
Okay.
yours is halved too.
Is it?
Yeah, you're raging.
You are correct. So...
Additionally, the dragon using this ability is going to fly half of its movement speed up, which is 30 feet.
Does that provoke
Opportunity
attacks of
attack.
opportunity?
Right?
Yeah.
Opportunity attack to those who are standing next to it.
Yes.
For those of you who are prone, do not get your opportunity attack.
Let's get this sneak attack going again.
Okay, so
Which I think is this.
You've already used your sneak attack this round.
Oh, is it only once per round?
Yeah. hmm
Gotcha. Okay. Oh yeah, once per turn. Gotcha.
Yeah, you can still make your attack though.
Yeah.
You can still have advantage too, just no sneak attack.
Yeah.
You're fucking lucky I'm prone. I have the sentinel feat.
so
Would have whacked the shit out of him, right?
I can use
Let's-
any of these.
What was your roll on the save?
This is the attack.
Right. Did you save on the saving throw?
No.
Okay, you were prone.
Oh, so I can't.
Yep.
Alright.
Damn it.
21.
That just misses.
Oh.
Okay, guys, we've got exactly 100 health left.
Oh god.
Ooh, perfect.
We can do that. No problem.
Okay, so we've got Cain with Lynette on deck.
Okay.
With him,
I'll-
what, 30 feet in the air?
Yep.
They see Cain trying to jump up and down to reach him.
Gosh. I will hold my action until he comes within range, and I'll move like right here, and that's it.
Okay. All right. We've got Gladdek with Raven on deck.
Gladdek will stand up and then hold his action until it's maybe in range.
Okay, Raven, Tar on deck.
Okay, I'm gonna pull out a big gun.
Let's do it.
I'm using Ralulathim's Psychic Lance at 7th level.
Ooh, okay.
He needs to make an intelligence save.
He's going to use a legendary resistance to pass. He takes half damage.
So 20.
20. That's a huge chunk. Tell me how the Psychic Lance attacks his mind.
Because I'm right beneath him as he's flying up, I'm just gonna look up and it's gonna come right out of my eyes, right through his skull.
Cool.
Okay. Awesome. Okay. Tar with Jonzu on deck.
Tar's gonna go about 10 feet this way before she begins to just start unloading 3 shots at its under jaw.
Okay.
Actually, can I use my bonus action to do a roll?
A roll for what?
history of, or I guess medical of where its acid sac is in its throat or body?
I'll allow it. I would say a medicine check though.
Come on, please. Oh, fuck you and a bag of cakes. 6.
It's
This
somewhere
is
in there.
your first black shadow dragon that you've seen.
You dumb bitch. Okay. Let me see here. Okay. Just gonna fire him with 3 shots. This dumb bitch. Does 22 hit?
22 ties go to attacker.
She's gonna fire 2 of her arrows at him at once. As they do 10 damage as they go right into the soft part of its bottom of its jaw.
Okay.
As the 3rd arrow just flies and accidentally hits the tip of its tooth and just breaks and shatters.
It's 10 damage total.
Yep.
Okay. All right. Anything else?
She just looks to Dahlia and signs, "If I die, get the sword to my brother." And she ends her turn.
Okay. Jonzu is up next. Jonzu is going to try his best to kill this thing with the last big spell he has in his arsenal. He's going to cast Disintegrate.
Oh shit!
Ooh.
And the Shadow Dragon is going to use its last legendary resistance to pass. But he's still going to take a lot of damage. He's going to take 10d6 plus, that's failed. Hold on. Does this only work if it fails?
It
Am I
only
reading
works
this
if
wrong?
it fails.
Yeah.
I was going to leave it up to your ruling though, but it's a
Yeah.
saver.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he
Yeah,
passes.
He passes.
Jonzu is going to use. 1 second, he may have an out for this. He's going to use Twin Spell to use his last 6th level spell slot to use Disintegrate again.
Cool.
Okay, so Dragon needs to make a Dex save. Okay, with a +9, the Dragon gets 13.
Wow.
Oh.
Ooh.
Kill him.
Get him.
Okay, let's see here.
Beat the shit out of him.
Let me double check the type of damage. It's force damage. Okay, he does not resist. Okay.
Watch it work, and it kills him, but then it disintegrates the wings, and we're like, no!
Right.
I mean, it disintegrates the whole body, really.
Shit.
Hopefully, just a single wing survives and floats down to us.
A single,
Right,
like,
right.
wing
See.
part.
You guys are not gonna fucking believe this.
What?
Okay,
38.
Dragon survives with 2 HP.
Oh my
Oh.
god.
Okay, after Jonzu's turn, Aslan.
Aslan's going
Ooh,
to look
Vecna
at it.
kill.
He's going to look at everybody. Guess I have to do it myself. And cast Disintegrate.
Yep.
Oh, don't do that. No!
Oh, we need the wing.
Unfortunately, Aslan, I rolled a 28.
Oh shit!
Silvery
Oh.
barbs as a reaction. He has to re-roll it.
And he fails.
Oh no!
Wait, what's your save?
It's 18, I believe.
He fails.
Oh no!
So, describe to me how this dragon turns to dust.
Yeah, he does the same thing as a purple light goes down his veins right to his fingertip. Kind of like freezing. He's just like,
Now, as the disintegrate leaves your fingers, I'll let you describe the rest here in just a second.
Sure.
You have a fleeting thought go through your mind. I need you to make one more charisma save.
Make it a good one.
Ooh, nat 2030.
Damn.
Aslan, you're able to break out of the cage that you were in. And you feel yourself return back. Your eyes return to a normal color. Your skin is still the same. You feel the disintegrate about to leave your finger. What do you do?
He tries to make it non-lethal as much as possible, as it
You-
deals 70.
You can't.
Disintegrate non-lethal.
If that's
You
a
either gotta miss-
possibility, I didn't
you
say.
I'll allow you to cancel the spell, but I'll cancel out your action if that's what you want to do.
No, it still goes through 71 damage,
Okay. Describe to me how it disintegrates.
just like in Thanos style. It just slowly, from where the hit affects, it just necrotizes out and turns into dust. Just
Okay, guys. As the dragon starts turning to dust and it evaporates into a mist, we're going to pick up the repercussions of this action on my next session.